IYKYK.
I've decided I still am a little tipsy from drunk sitting Waylon who can't handle his alcohol.
Oh yeah, that's right. Volvia's here. That means that the boat's not completely. Where is this at? There you are.
My chocobo is out as well.
There she is. There's our girl.
Also, my roll 20.
Sally.
My roll 20 is doing something real weird right now. It's
What's
there's
it
just
doing?
like a there's maybe I do have to refresh it. I just see like a black.
Yeah,
It's like
that
a black
means you need to
snowstorm in the
refresh
middle
it.
of the screen.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's a
Oh, there we
refresh right
go.
there.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
That's our winter mist special right there, baby.
Now
Yeah.
I can see.
Man, the Shora is old.
It's still snowing outside because it's the Wintermas special.
And it's
Frankly-
only been like infictionally a few hours.
Oh yeah, it's only been a few hours. It's still the first day that Franklin went there and met everybody, and then
It's on to the first day.
yeah.
That's
There
how
are
we're
so
gonna
many people on this boat.
There's so many people.
And Sally's here too.
Yes.
It's kind of why Franklin was like, "Hey, get someone to fly these people," instead of saying, "Hey, you should fly these people." But hey,
And yet here we are.
the crapness
He's
is
flying
fun.
these
It would have been crapped on the Reverie anyways, with all the junk
This
in the
is
hold.
truth. This
Yeah.
is truth.
Oh, y'all got a junkie hole.
Implying we don't keep our ship pristine.
Well, we keep the ship pristine.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the people would like a pristine ship. However, the captain of the ship isn't pristine.
Pretty sure he's never said the word before, let alone heard it.
So yeah, is there anything that Evelys, to catch you up on wait, you watched the last episode?
I did watch the VOD, yes.
Okay.
So I have a vague understanding of what had happened.
Okay. So the initial reasoning as they were getting everybody into the ship, as they look like they're from a pretty like upper class household, is that the 5 high houses of Rosaria have branches within their family for like extended family and for vassal families. The Walter Glabados is father of 3 children and is part of a branch of the Glabados High House family. And he was in charge of doing a little messing around with the Rosarian military and other people's wars.
Okay.
And so that's why they're like, hey, maybe please help get my family out of here.
Just a little bit of exile.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And
Small
because
case of get the hell
well,
out of here.
involuntary exile, because I think they're more in danger than being told to leave.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more in danger.
Mm-hmm.
And important thing for you, Trorby, is that he did mention by name that ask if you're friends of Levi.
Right. Which I am.
You are. You can say that. Yes.
And Levi would say that he's a friend of me too. Right?
Maybe.
We're pals. We're buddies. We're coworkers.
And we're just like, I don't know who this Levi is, but sure.
I don't know who Franklin is. Is that the new guy?
For
Or Levi,
for audience and metagame, Levi is the shoot name. I guess
the same
yeah.
thing.
Uh,
It's his actual name.
is the actual name for Judge Fandaniel, who has been guiding Franklin and protecting him.
oh,
Somewhat.
was he the one with that you used the voice modulator for?
Yeah, the suit of armor modulator. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. And so yeah, you got a whole family here that you can hang out with and ask any questions of on this Wintermas special.
So he's here, is what you're saying?
The friend of
Walter
Fandaniel.
Glabados, Aja Glabados, Ajora Glabados, Regis Glabados, and Garrett Glabados are here.
Right. Okay. I thought you
Yeah.
meant Levi for a second.
No, Levi's not here. No, Levi.
Okay.
Walter Glabados name dropped Levi with Franklin.
Well, if no one's gonna ask the most important question, then I guess I will.
Yeah.
Read us, Garrett. What is Santa Moogle gonna get you for Wintermas?
Santa Moogle. Oh, I really hope that he gets me the brand new Jumpman game.
Jumpman 7, Walls of Blood?
Yes.
Isn't that a mature rated game?
Yeah, but it's fun. I got to play it at my friend's house over the summer.
Well, if you played Jumpman 1 through 6, then I guess you're caught up on the series.
Yay!
I prefer Jumpman Gaiden, Soul Halls of the Soul King myself.
I
Series
mean,
really went downhill at Jumpman 2 Electric Boogaloo.
I don't know.
That was a
Jumpman
different
3D
game.
Jumpman 3D was pretty good.
It's pretty
The thing
good.
is that Electric Boogaloo did have that weird leveling system with like the stats and like it was weird.
It
instead
was
of,
an
like,
RPG.
typical
It was a
experience.
different game. It was made for a cultural festival, okay?
It's an old people game.
Meanwhile,
Why, you little?
Velvia emerges from the side cabin, kind
Oh.
of rubbing their eyes a little bit.
Wakey wakey.
Can Santa Moogle bring me some water? Oh, whoa, there are people here. Hi, people! Welcome to... What's the name of this ship again? This ship talks, right? What's the name of this ship?
Take it
You'll have
easy.
to ask her. I forgot.
What?
Sorry,
How did you forget the name of your own ship? What?
We talk to each other all the time. We don't use each other's names.
I was
forgot.
temporarily indisposed looking after a literal child, so forgive me. I'm a little out of sorts.
My name is Crysta.
I'm
Charmed.
I am
Crysta.
Yeah, Crysta.
Wait, speaking
Krista's
of
in a very
little child,
flirty mood today.
where is he? As Abby's like,
Uh,
trying to like look behind Velvia into like the closet she fell out of, like, oh, are they in there?
Gosh,
Oh,
you're unintentionally getting other people's boats to fall for you.
I don't mind Waylon. I gave him a pitcher of water and told him to go lay down. That was a couple hours ago, so I imagine he's still blissfully asleep right now. But he's fine. He's not terrified at all of my bird. But you know, give a few hours and he should be okay.
What are you gonna get
Thank
Waylon
you.
for Wintermas? You know, other than 10,000 gil.
I mean, we could argue that we're getting the Reverie fixed so he doesn't have to deal with it. Admit that it's broken is part of that.
Yeah, getting a functional boat might be a good idea.
mean, yeah, functional machinery is pretty important around here.
No, that's for work. Get him something cool. You gotta get him a cool gift.
We should definitely not get him anything that explodes. That would be a. Actually, no, we should do that. That'd be funny.
Yeah, no,
love it.
he'd like that.
It would be pretty funny.
Something that explodes that looks like a chocobo. Now that's the ticket.
Oh, that's mean.
We don't need to
both of-
re-traumatize him. He was just kind of getting okay.
I just stumble away, just going water, 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 water.
I want everybody to roll me an awareness check.
Oh god.
Oh, I'm so aware. Let's go.
I'm so aware that I even had my character sheet open. Is lying.
Oh, I believe that, yeah.
What? Was there a modifier?
Nope, no modifier.
I'm so aware that I can't
Yay.
be caught off guard for combat.
I am highly aware. Do this.
Hey, we don't know shit.
Oh, just kidding.
Abigail,
Oh
you
my
need to
god.
save us.
Damn. I should
We
be
don't
so
know
aware.
shit for
Why did I
fun.
30?
I am not so aware.
Oh,
I'm
let
saving
me
my good
check.
fortune rolls for later.
Wrong sheet.
I'm not aware because I might be playing like a triple triad game with one of the kids.
I'm still intoxicated, so that's my excuse.
Hell
Looks
yeah!
like you haven't bumped it up at all.
That's
Oh,
weird.
yeah.
I feel like I've been leveling up every level. Oh well.
You level up every level. Oh.
You have a lot of
What do
other
you do to
skills that you've
level
been
up?
bumping up.
It doesn't get doubled, so
Yeah.
What was I looking for?
Oh, let's see.
Traits. That's one.
Well, everybody on the boat, except for Franklin's, feeling a little comfortable. Heat's on, pretty good. Franklin, you're feeling a little cold.
chilly.
Just a little chilly.
Go button up my jacket a little more.
Yeah. Garrett and Regis are gonna look up at you, at everyone, and be like, what do you want Moogle Santa to get you all?
Should I break the news to him?
Yeah, you guys are a little old to believe in Santa Moogle. It's Santa Bonga is the one that's real, actually.
Santa Bonga? I haven't heard of Santa Bonga before. And they look at Walter, and he's just like,
Oh, but maybe
they
it's,
work
maybe
together.
Maybe it's a regional thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
it
you-
is.
Velvia from across the ship is just like, I'm sorry, what? What'd you say?
As I lean into like where Velvia is, just like, do they know that it's Santa Mo, right?
I'm just like, Santa Moogle isn't real? What?
I think we may be getting confused about who's Santa and who's not.
Santa's in our hearts. That's the trick.
Why is he in there? No, I don't have enough room for that.
Surgery.
I try to take a drink of water and I accidentally just pour it right on my face.
Hmm.
Yeah. Santa Bonga and Santa Moogle are they take care of different regions of Evilise. Right, Aja? Yeah.
Oh
Like-
yeah, that's where I grew up. I remember hearing that. I think whichever Santa it is, I think that it'd be fun to get some. Not sure what it would be, honestly. I can't think of what it is. Maybe is it like a birthday wish? Does it not come true if you say it out loud? I can't remember.
No, no. I mean, you can say it out loud. It's just what you would like to see.
I thought Winter Miss was like all about like gift giving and getting and cheer and stuff.
That's true. Some people
You know,
also say it's a little bit of mischief as well, but
You know, we'd always need. We could always use on. We could use back on a Reverie that I love. Something like a radio or TV or something. It's we don't got much to do except watch the blinker go on and off sometimes.
Listen, you know that if we had a radio TV, Waylon would somehow explode it and freeze it at the same time.
To be fair, that'd be pretty funny to see, though. That'd be a good memory.
Why have a radio when you have a literal talking ship? That's the coolest shit ever.
I don't think Santa. It's
She
Santa
says what we're all
Moogongo.
thinking.
Santa Bound Google has that in his bag.
Did you just say Santa on Google? Who the hell's that?
I was kind of like putting a portmanteau to cover my regional bases. But it kind of just sounded. It just sounded just kind of weird, and as I realized as I said it.
It's a nasty divorce.
All Franklin wants for Winter Miss. All I want is for no more surprises.
Wow.
But
get the
Winter
feel-
Miss is
I get
all
the
about
feel-
surprises.
And I just jump in front of Franklin and I'm like, surprise!
I'm standing right behind Franklin as he turns around. Surprise!
Sky Rats!
Hey, wait. What?
The babes have me surrounded.
And then I just like lean into like Sally's side and I just close my eyes and I'm just
Well, I won't surprise you. Unless you want me to. Do you want me to?
Nope, no more.
Shit. I'm sorry.
Oh shit!
I hit the wrong. I see. I hit the wrong button on your ship. I'm sorry.
timing on that.
I don't think Chris will like that one.
Sorry, Crysta. Whoops.
How did you make that noise with your mouth?
Oh, you know, ventriloquism and acting is very fun part of practice. Okay, out of character. I was typing with my numpad, and I literally forgot that I was typing too fast and pressed two keys together.
oh no,
Awesome.
that's great.
Because I was noticing that my character sheet, quite a few of the values on there are like below defaults that they should be, that the sheet says they should be at, which is weird, you know? Like, I'm not affected by anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, weird. Huh.
I know.
God, I just realized, yeah, like my accuracy is 4 points lower than default. My magic accuracy is lower than default. What is going on? We're haunted. It's the ghost of Winter Miss Past.
Unless that was you doing that.
I was trying to put myself like next to Sally because I'm leaning on her right now, but I can either be on top of Sally but not right next to her, so.
No, hold the Alt. If you hold the Alt key while you move
I'll
yourself.
bring Sally to you.
Yeah.
Oh, that works. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Wait, you could like.
If you're 4 below the
that's
default,
so
it
boss,
sounds
thank
like
you.
right. If you're 4 below the default, it sounds like it did that. It wasn't
Leveling
up
up
there
memes?
with
Leveling
the
up memes?
level.
Leveling up memes?
Yeah,
Leveling up memes.
Leveling
I like
up.
those memes.
yeah. Because those go up with your level, and you got 4 level ups between season 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's all. That makes sense then.
Yeah. It is at this point that you notice that one of the kids, the oldest kid, is currently missing on this floor of the ship.
Yeah, where's the weird-looking kid?
Weird looking. That's kind of rude, but yeah, where is that kid?
Looking.
Hey, weren't there 5 before? I'm
Wait,
not
yeah,
that
wasn't
drunk.
that chair? Hang on, somebody was in that chair. Where'd they go?
Oh,
Well, this
That
ship is
wasn't
like
a-
5 square feet. It's a studio apartment, so there's
To be
only
fair,
so many places they can be.
I mean, the fact is that if we can't see them up here, they're either like in one of the closet, the bathroom, or downstairs, upstairs, the other deck.
The other
Would
stairs.
would Sally's heightened chocobo senses allow her to seek out this missing child?
yes. Aja does pipe up, letting you know. Azora usually likes having a little bit of space. It's a little too lively up here, so
Understandable.
I'm sure they just went below.
It is a little cramped.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot.
Sally's a beauty, but she is a big beauty.
Yes, it's
Yeah, that
not exactly. There's not exactly much room to swing a curl around up here.
Why would
Unless
you
you
be swinging
try
one of those
hard
around? Please do not
It's
swing
a
the
turn of
curl
phrase. Also because the curls are many of the one I met are nasty little buggers that try to rip you apart. You know.
I don't like these Turner phrases.
True. I don't know what what can I say? Which is shoot. I picked up I picked up the knife that fell from my buckle, and that's totally what it is in fiction. But yeah. Although honestly, now that I think about it, the phrase doesn't make much sense because Carols are pretty huge, and in most play cases, you wouldn't need, even if you tried to swing them around, you need a lot of room to do that. You know.
And the baby ones are always protected.
Exactly.
Why would you be swinging around babies anyway? Don't do that.
So
Yeah,
they
that-
can't. Yeah.
Cause it's funny. Why else would you do that?
Phobia, no.
What? What did I say?
You need to think a little more before you speak sometimes,
I
Velvia.
think plenty.
Just a little more, like maybe 10% more.
It's fine.
Do you know how much
I'm just in
calculation
the
it is to
captain's
find
seat
10%
going,
of
Sky
thinking?
Rats. I'll be there soon. We're gonna
I
go
just,
the
like,
fast
turn-
way.
I just turned my head and I'm like you've never had a drink before, or 3 or 5.
How many have you had?
That's not important.
That is the only important.
I had enough, is your answer.
Hey,
You know what? Damn, I can't counter that one. She kind of got me. They got me on that one.
Damn.
Is Franklin looking at the? You mentioned that you're in the captain's seat. Are you facing towards consoles, seeing if there's any pings, or to the rest of the group?
I'm trying to. I'm also wrestling off children.
Yeah, children are kind of running around.
They're jungle gymming.
They're jungle gymming.
I'm glad Waylon's asleep.
There is
You
a
are
point.
so lucky, honestly.
There's a point though where Franklin, everything gets a little bit quiet around you.
Okay.
Like you get some peace of mind as everything is able to be tuned out.
Ooh, can I check my emails and
You
check
can.
the symptoms?
Make sure everything's in the air is all good.
Yes. You can check your email. You see there is a new there's a new function that you probably haven't seen before, as you are now exploring that console more.
Yeah, I'm exploring it more because I'm avoiding the social situations.
You finally clicked the start menu.
Whoa!
There's a control panel.
Yep. Your
The ship's got games.
You are exploring it all. You notice that there is a thing to click on that says locations.
Ooh. I click it.
You click
Saw
it.
the GPS.
There are there are a total of 11 dots on a big map of Ivalice.
Ooh. I click the middle one.
The middle one, yeah, probably the most middle one, is moving southwest from Bravania, southwest through Rosaria, and looks like it's on a course to Mulan.
Oh. Oh, wow. We can all see each other, huh? Okay. Interesting.
I mean,
All right.
I mean, honestly, it's not that surprising that there'd be some sort of tracking. Like, that's completely out of character.
Right.
I think makes sense for the the judges to be able to know where each other are, to be able to help each other, or or see if someone is doing something there somewhere they really shouldn't be.
I'm shocked because I figured the judges would hate that actually being tracked. They would get rid of that in an instant.
Let's see.
Unless they
They
want for it to be tracked.
What kind of-
Oh.
We need to keep the judges liable for their actions, otherwise what's
Yeah, we just don't need another genocide.
Yeah. Other points that are interesting is that you see there are 3 dots at yeah, it's pretty simple. At Rabanaster.
Ooh.
cool.
Ravenasters having a little party.
Yeah.
3-dot party, huh?
There's another dot in Rosaria, and the rest of them are kind of spread throughout Ivalice.
Okay.
So you'll find one is halfway between Liamon, where you used to barkeep, and Arcades.
Oh, okay.
There's one in between Oscarn and Stretton. One in Wen Bay, which is on the southwesternmost continent.
Oh. Yep.
So,
So I need to stay away from all these dots.
if you want, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah.
You are the captain, for better or for worse.
We are also
Go for the dot.
we are
We'll get all
also
the dots.
doing something else right now.
Thank God. Yeah, there's no dots between us and our destination, is there?
No,
Oh, good. Okay.
there are not.
There is just, the entire.
It is
no-fly
interesting to know that
zone.
there's. I mean, not a specific one. Not like you could fly here and you get shot down and fined. This flies down
Right.
more of a
Well,
you
it's
can't.
more
you
like
fit-
fly
yeah,
here and your shit explodes.
That's what I was getting to. Yeah, it's more of a you physically cannot fly here zone.
You really should not pass.
I mean,
Yeah.
unless so you got something funny going on with your ship.
Crystal, do that. Crysta, do the funny.
Crysta can and does do the funny. On this map, you do see the outlines of where yachts are.
Yep.
So that you can know if someone you are tailing flies into one. Because that means that they have what they shouldn't.
Right. Of
Ah.
course.
Yeah. Is at this point that you notice that things are extra quiet around you.
On board the
Great.
ship.
Yes, on board the ship for Franklin.
That sounds wonderful.
Even though there's
Why is it so
riveting
quiet, though?
conversation happening between
Is the family still here?
us and guests.
Yeah. Are you gonna turn around and find out why?
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely would be entertaining at least one of the kids with games.
Definitely.
And
I don't
stuff.
think I don't think there's anything. I've definitely been, near.
I did buy a
the-
King's
a
Gambit
family.
set for the trip.
You bought
Yeah.
pieces I didn't even have, and I was kind of jealous. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I haven't kind of wanted them.
So
Don't make the gamer jealous.
last you know of, you were in, everyone behind you was entertaining each other. You turn around and everyone is frozen like mannequins.
Huh?
Us?
Yes. Yes. Everyone.
Oh, all of us are frozen.
Yes.
Can we still speak?
No.
Oh,
Not right now. Evelys, can you play Enter Gildron for me?
Oh,
yes.
specific music requests.
Oh fuck! Is it the G band? Is it Dio?
I'm getting G-manned.
Ebloev, please
You're
no, not
kidding.
this soon.
Yeah, you're getting G man thinking about it.
Not that I wish to insist you are sleeping on the job.
You do hear some noises from downstairs.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Okay, I'm going downstairs to investigate.
All right.
Choo, choo, choo.
Let's roll 20 mode. There we go. You find a drawer Glabados, kind of pacing around at the bottom of Crysta, and they look up at you. Glad to see that you made it.
Made it to what did I make it to?
Well, you made it to helping my family, helping us get out of there.
Yeah.
I'm sure you probably surmised by now that the facts
I don't
that-
know. Sorry, I don't know if the link that you have for that song is like to the song, because when I plug it in, it's loading an entire playlist instead of that one song.
Oh,
Ooh.
that is good to know. Instead,
Can you find it in the playlist then? If you just Control F, Gildron, then we can change it.
Yeah.
I'll help. I'll help us
Sec.
too.
Okay.
Don't
Well,
worry,
the
Phoebe.
Meister's
Keep going.
Meister.
Okay. They come up to you and they're like, I'm sure you've surmised by now that the excuse that my father gave for leaving Rosaria is not entirely accurate. There's a little more to why we need to leave. And I'd like to help you fully understand why that is, since you are so important to the world of Ivalice and to future plans.
Me? People keep saying that to me a lot.
There we go.
Well, you have a charge that no one else does. no one else can do.
Uh,
And so I'd like to help you fully understand what that means.
when she says I have a charge, I look down at my wrist at the limit break bangle, and then she says it's someone no one else has. I go, oh crap, okay, not that one. And then I feel for my back, the giant tattoo that's there now, and pulsing or whatever, oozing.
You get a very bad feeling from your back as a drawer kind of reaches up and puts their 2 fingers on your forehead. It is at this point, you feel kind of wavy, kind of like you're in a dream. You don't know exactly what you're doing, who you are, where you are, until quite a while, as in what feels like about like 5 to 6 years for you.
Oh.
You look up and you see your mom, but it's not Franklin's mom, but you know that this is your mom,
Okay.
although she is a Vieira.
Whoa.
And she hands you a
mother bunny.
banana.
She hands me a banana?
Yeah, just pieces of a banana.
Okay. My mom's a minion.
What, gonna eat it? Do anything? Play with it?
I'll snack on the banana.
You start snacking on the banana, but come to find that your little hands don't have the best motor skills. And you get a little bit on your face and your mom chuckles.
I got baby hands. Okay.
You look down. You're about a 5 or 6 year old Vieira. And then you start feeling and seeing the consciousness, the thoughts of about a dozen or 2 dozen more Vieira.
Whoa.
As you are feeling every single second, every single minute, you are having the exact same thoughts and sensations and feelings. It's like a dream, but you can absolutely feel every pain, heartbreak, everything.
Of like a bunch of different people or just this one Vieira?
Bunch of different Vieira.
Bunch of Vieira, okay.
A little bit of time goes on as you are experiencing the lives of these Vieira. And you start gaining new consciousnesses, feeling new thoughts, seeing new people. As several new Mo are now added to this simultaneous consciousness that you are now experiencing.
I'm having a Koyana Scotsy ass moment here. Okay. Yeah.
As I mentioned, every single thought, every single second, they are all you. You are all of them. You are living every 50 years. You get a new dozen Vieira consciousnesses. And all throughout that time, you are getting some more Numo consciousnesses. As you leave your villages and your towns, you do see that there are a lot of people around you, but you don't experience them like you are experiencing these people.
Okay.
Another 50 years go by. All throughout that time, you're getting more Numo just slowly added on. You get another dozen Vieira, and you start feeling more people. As it continues within the next couple, let's see. Yeah, given how old we are, you feel the first people that you are experiencing as you've lived 200 years in multiple lives, and some younger. You are now elder Vieiras, multiple, or of the ones that have survived this long. Of those that have not, it would be the ones that have survived at this point.
Mm-hmm.
as you are the eldest of your villages, you now feel the experiences of other species. You start feeling the experiences of humans, of Banga, of Agel, of Mughals, of Baknami, Seek, just everybody just explode within a short time frame as
Yeah.
you're living all of these lives all at
The
once.
Cambrian explosion of all of the different species on the planet. Yeah.
Yes.
All
There
the
are-
sentient species, or can I be a frog too?
All the sentient species.
'Kay.
Yep. There are some notable feelings that you are able to, some notable pieces that you're able to see and be as. A little girl that was saved by 3 retired adventurers in her village. There were you lived as 4 fishers that trolleyed up a red stone while you were fishing in a bay. The red stone was later acquired by a man from Florges in a fancy outfit and traded you the jacket. You live as 4 spelunkers who go into the mountains to save a bunch of college students that got lost in there. Within a little later on, as you still live the little girl her entire life, she has become a excellent chocobo racer, and there is a tournament that is happening in the capital city of where this is. All of this happening, just converging on everyone that you have experienced are on this one continent at this point in time. As the chocobo tournament's happening, the sky goes red as mist from the mountains have slowly swept over the entire continent.
No.
Some people are getting on boats. As the chocobo racer, you are trying to ferry people onto your ship to have them leave without you. Some of the people from across the world have come here. And
They need a paling technician.
They need a lot more than that. Because the last thing that all of your consciousness can see is that above that mountain, there's a white flash and a ball that expands, consuming everything around you.
Oh my god, I'm having a Terminator vision.
And you feel hundreds of millions of lives disintegrate all at once.
Yeah.
Ow.
And then you come to a drawer right in front of you.
Why, child, why are you showing me this? I'm like sweating and panting.
It is one thing to be told what happened on that day, of why judges are needed. It is another thing to feel it, to understand it, to know it entirely. But that is not all. There's a little bit more that I need to request of you.
Yeah. What is it?
Adrora snaps their fingers, and you are in darkness. It is deafeningly quiet for a moment until you're able to gain a little bit of sight. You notice that the ground beneath you is a kind of burnt red clay color.
Okay.
As you gain more sight, you see a figure in front of you, about a little bit taller than, about twice as tall as you are.
Am I Franklin? Am I a Vieira kid? Am I...
You're Franklin right
Okay,
now.
cool.
Yeah, you're Franklin.
They tall then.
Yes, you're Franklin. The figure in front of you is kind of humanoid in shape, where you can only see waist up because everything below is stuck in the ground. This figure is the same texture and color as the ground below you. It is bound by chains down into the ground as it tries to weakly wail and thrash about. It has eye sockets but no eyes. It has a cavity for a mouth, but you can see the back of it is just a divot as sand keeps pouring out of it as it tries to scream. You look around you and you see countless of these figures, all just trying to claw their way out of the ground, trying to scream. And the more of them that you see, the louder, the more, instead of deafening silence, is now deafening wailing as you are surrounded by all of these beings, all chained to the ground. You are able to look up, look around, and you see that you are on the inside of a sphere that is probably about the same size as a planet.
Okay. At this point, I'm gonna just hit the ground, land on my knees, and just scream at the earth to find calm. That's it.
You feel a hand on your shoulder. And you hear Adroa's voice. This is the underworld. This is what awaits us.
Yeah, no shit.
The esper that you have tied to your back serves false gods that wish to put us all here. Halmarut may not know that this is the fate that awaits us, but I need your help in saving as many people, as many of us as we can.
How am I supposed to save everyone from false gods? I don't even know what would real gods be like?
I am the physical reincarnation of Faram.
I should be like impressed and stuff, but instead I'm just exhausted. Who's Firam? Is that a god that's is that a cool god?
Faram the All-Father.
All-Father?
Yes.
Is there like an All-Mother?
Some would believe so.
Okay, that answers my question. So there isn't, you're saying.
She is also a false god.
Wow, that's rude. Is that your ex-wife or something?
No. No, I am just the physical reincarnation and the son of the All-Father.
If I asked her, would she say you're a false god?
If you could.
Ah. Big divorced energy from this god, Faram.
We have already taken care of her.
Whoa! Oh, shit.
We mean business, and we mean to bring salvation to all of our kind.
What's salvation look like?
Not this.
Yeah.
Salvation would be peace on the Imperium plane, where there is not a day of work, not a day of toil or struggle, and certainly not damning all of us to chains and wailing for all eternity.
Okay, so are they suffering down here? They're like,
Yes.
okay, they're not just like fans of screaming.
No.
Okay, because I've been to a couple of shows that look a lot like this.
Definitely
And
not
it was
that.
fun.
Definitely not that.
Yeah.
Your if you want to truly know how it feels,
No more truly knowing. Would like to not truly know.
this one would be quick.
Okay.
You can touch the earth with your skin.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna do that sand meme of the guy like kneeling in the sand and having it run through his fingers.
You grab the loose dirt and sand from the ground, and it instantly burns you
Ah!
like coals.
No wonder they're pissed.
That is their body. That is their entire existence for eternity. Do you know what cursed them to live this rest of the existence?
What?
They defied the false gods. We all...
Does that mean that they followed the real gods?
No, they're just not pure enough in the eyes of the false gods.
Oh, okay.
The false gods demand perfection, which is impossible. So why not take them out?
What do you mean, why not take them out? That's very cavalier statement.
Well, it's either become perfect, which is impossible, or annihilate the gods.
Why are you telling me this? I'm the person with the... I've got Halmarut on my back.
Therefore, you have a connection. Halmarut cannot see us right now.
Okay, then I can just... Okay, if Halmarut can't see us, then I just want to say that guy's a kind of a piece of shit, and I don't like him. I don't really know what his deal is, and I wish he would not be fucking killing people, because that sucked and made me very sad. But also, he saved my life, so...
Halmarut believes that the way to avoid this is to follow the commands of the gods. Ooh, excuse me.
Are they easy to follow? Like, you know,
No.
make sure your grandma gets across the street every once in a while, and
If it was
take the
that
dog out to the
simple.
bathroom.
If it was that simple, killing them all would not be my proposition.
Who's gonna help me kill the gods?
I will.
What?
And
Freaky looking weird Benjamin Button kid? What are you gonna do?
he holds out his hand. Trust me. Follow me.
You're like... Look, all the last deities that I've ran into, they were not this aggressive about following them. They were kind of chill and didn't ask me to kill all the gods. Can I get like a second opinion or something?
You can.
Okay,
I'll give you time to think about it.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
The one of the reasons we're going to Mulan is because that is one of the important... That's one of the most important places of worship in Ivalice. As I have performed miracles, I wish to spread my message to those that are lost between the other gods. To those that worship the false ones. And to convert them onto the right side.
You know that sounds shitty, right? Like when you say it like that.
How would you advise?
I don't know. I'm not a god. I don't know the whole god situation fully yet. Every day I seem to learn a little more about it, and so far it sounds like there's a lot of y'all up there, and so I guess you could just, you know, I don't know. Just, you do your thing, man. I don't have any advice for a god. You got probably a view at I don't know. You see this whole world at a much different scale than I do. I gotta just live here every day.
All right. Well, if you ever decide that you would like to join me, you can find me in Mulan and throughout the Edoran Empire. I will be spreading my message to everyone I can.
How come you couldn't send it to the Arcades Empire? That's where we were, right?
Rosaria.
Rosaria, sorry. The Rosarian Empire.
The Rosarian Empire, a little too skeptical. I want to get at this. I want to get to the source. Get to where it's most religious.
Oh, great. Yeah, no, I think taking a god child to Holy City will work fine. It'll be great and not be a problem.
Great. I love to hear it.
Yeah.
Is at this point that the bright shining light comes down on you.
Okay.
And dims enough for you to see a vast angelic being. One that is about 100 times your size, thousands of wings, millions of eyes.
Ooh.
On a pike.
Oh, I'm so being afraid. I don't know if I should be not afraid, but I'm really feeling very afraid.
That is what I can do to the gods.
Well, why don't you go do it then? What do you need me for?
I can't do it alone.
Can I do it alone?
I don't think you can do it alone.
I don't think so either, but wait. Okay.
This is possible, but not easy.
Oh, yeah, I kind of thought killing gods would be a little breeze, just a walk in the park out here.
Yeah, definitely not, no. So, I just want to show you that it is possible. I'll take you back to your ship. And with that, you instantly see Crysta around you and a drawer there.
Does anyone else, does the rest of the Skyrats, do they feel anything going on? Or just even like a vibe or hint of anything?
They don't feel anything, but you definitely hear them upstairs when you're back on the ship, as they are playing King's Gambit, Triple Triad, having a good time, playing some video games.
So have we been unfrozen that whole time and just unaware of what has been happening, or were we frozen during all those hallucinations and stuff?
To you, nothing has happened. Just that you were busy playing games, and Franklin's just not as sure right now. He probably went downstairs or into the bathroom and no one noticed.
Chris is flying. It's
Okay.
gonna be an
Chris is
8-hour
fine.
flight.
Yeah.
No, you see, this is the coolest level in a Jumpman guidance. See, because like you get the cape here, and you can fly really high. It's really cool. Check this out, kid.
But in Jumpman 2, in Jumpman 2, Electric Boogaloo, there was that exploit that you could take advantage of that planted code that skipped you straight to the credits. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, Franklin, yeah, I get you found a kid down there. That's great to hear.
Yeah, I found Ajora. She's just doing her thing.
I said, is she doing
kid
okay?
stuff.
I know that she wanted to like, have her like alone time.
Yeah, she's passed out now.
Oh boy, you got two
No.
passed out. Well, you had two passed out down there, I think, huh?
I suppose Waylon has company now. I feel like there's been enough time that I would have sobered up at this point.
Yeah, probably.
There was a lot of water consumed.
Yes.
It's a good thing that there's a bathroom on board.
Yeah, there.
Hey, wait,
ahead.
is the Crysta the only one that has a bathroom? I don't recall seeing a bathroom on any of the other boats, but I could just be misremembering it.
There is one on Boat One Best Boats.
I did
Of
choose
course.
this model for its toilet. You gotta, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the secret has come out.
Have we just been peeing ourselves this whole time?
I mean, you can aim off the edge, I guess.
Yeah, you gotta. You get to rain on the unsuspecting people.
If you're high enough, it would just
Prefer
solidify,
to
and
you-
then, you know.
There's no pleasant way for this conversation to continue. Let's just move on. Oh, dear God.
Good subject change, though.
Oh, I suppose I can change the music now, huh?
Yes. Yeah, Franklin's no longer in hell.
Right, it's
have
normal
in
now.
that hell.
with the reverie.
Yeah, you're no longer in hell. Now you're just hanging out with us dumbasses. Yay!
Yay!
Hey.
Different
I
kind
mean, I
of
guess...
hell.
Yeah.
Nah.
Santa Moogle has failed me. All I asked for was no surprises.
And he had the biggest surprise of them all.
Maybe you should have just bet the manga. Maybe that's where we are in the world.
Maybe.
Worship the wrong Santa.
the false Santas.
We have to kill the false Santas.
Oh my god.
Oh, boy.
That should be
Santa
next year's
Nemo
Steal the
must
Sky.
die.
A quest to kill the false Santas.
So what? We just break into a mall or something? We'll figure that. We can figure that out. We don't have to worry about a Christmas special for a
Listen, that's
winter
season
miss
4.
special.
Season 4 has to hit all the really hard topics for season 5 to be the hey cool, now we're collabing and having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's either one half of the episode or one half of things are hard and the other half is fun. Or just work.
Listen, you can't have your plot and eat it too.
Oh. So we still need to figure.
Oh,
No, you go on. Yours is more important. I was trying to move us, but you have something to actually say.
oh, I was just gonna ask how Franklin was feeling.
Anyone want any holiday drinks? Bars open.
Yo, drinks? Ooh, what's your specialty? What's your favorite drink you've ever made ever?
Today we are making, we're making hot toddies and we're making coffee Kahlua drinks. Warm wintermas specials.
Well, I mean, I did just sober up, but coffee and alcohol is a combination I can get behind.
Abigail would never shy away from any kind of
For the
alchemy.
kids, I've got hot
I
chocolate.
gotta have. I want to. Totally not googling things. Bushwhacker, because that one has rum and Kahlua.
A bushwhacker, got it. No problem.
I trust Frankie the bartender to make the best bartender.
Can we ask Waylon if we can have a bar on Arbo?
I don't trust him to have. I
Can-
don't trust
wait,
him to have a
Let's
bar.
just make
Can
one.
you actually ask Waylon that?
I mean, we
Isn't
can
he
ask
young?
him. He doesn't have to partake. He just has to make it.
Yeah, just hey Waylon, we need you to build us a counter about yay high with a shelf behind it and a few stools. Don't worry about what it's for.
A shelf that's roughly, bottle height. Just throwing it out.
This doesn't sound bad.
You can knock it down in a couple days, right? Right?
This doesn't sound. When I just googled that it's arbitrarily off the drink, doesn't sound bad. With the drink of Kahlua, Malibu, and basically coconut and cream.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Nice.
It'll whack your bushes for sure.
Shut up. Okay.
Well,
We
that
need
plot-
to figure out.
Oh.
I keep trying to say we need to figure out our way, how we're getting them out of the country, and then we keep right as you keep talking, QP. I'm sorry.
No, no,
See,
that's
the thing is, we are on the way out of the country. Where are we actually in this 8-hour tour?
I think it's only actually going to be 5 hours from Bravania to Mulan, just because of how
Good wind.
good wind and how fast the Crysta goes. But yeah,
Crysta's
So we're not taking the fast way.
you're taking the fast way, yeah.
Oh yeah, we are.
Shouldn't we be noticing? So wait, should we be noticing that? Like us, isn't that over the yacht then?
It is over the yacht.
And we just we haven't. I
wouldn't
see.
have been immediately aware of where the yacht is because I don't think I would have paid attention to that part of the world. I know once we
I
hit
see
it,
what
I'll
we're
be
going.
reactive to it.
Oh yeah, once you hit it, you'll definitely be able to feel that you are
Surrounded by the mist.
yeah,
We're
surrounded
gonna be
by a
having
lot of
some
mist.
turbulence and some shaky movies, and just for a few 30, 45 minutes.
Let's look out the window, and if he looks out the window, knows. But honestly, the thing is, I don't know if John would know I don't think John would know that geography that well either.
Given that the yacht that you'd be going through is on the south end of the Adamantoy Sound. I guess this is the north end, but far away from where you probably would have been doing any
Yeah, we're
stuff.
not. It's not our typical area where we're at, and like I'm saying, geography I don't think is exactly their strong suit.
Yeah.
Just
do
dance and look pretty. Don't worry about all the nitty gritty of where we is.
Yeah,
do you
we're
have
having fun
lore
playing
area?
Jumpman. We got which oars do I got? And now that we're actually doing this,
Yeah,
let's
do a
see,
roll.
Yeah.
I got Rosaria and Jilland lures. Are those either of those the applicable? I always get lose track of where we are. Out of character, the geography I'm not good at either.
Sorry, that was lore what?
I got area Rosaria and area Jilland. Jilland?
Yeah, for Rosaria, this is on the edge of the Rosarian Empire.
Yeah.
So you could do a lore area with a +20.
Oh wait, I might have had that one because I have Rosarian.
Oh, nice.
I'm not, but like I said, I'm not that knowledgeable.
I have language Rosarian, but not like history.
Or area.
I just have
Yeah.
Rosarian Empire. I don't remember what exactly it all was. Would that be applicable?
Knowledge of the Empire.
That's how I knew the funny high houses.
That's true. Yes.
Would I get a funny bonus to this?
Yeah, you get a plus 20 bonus. A funny haha plus 20.
Oh, I really hit that funny haha.
Oh, you
yeah.
knew it. Oh, you know this.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
given that
I know
both that and your Vieira, you can smell for about an hour that there is a large concentration of mist around you. The only point that you have encountered this was when you were in yachts. And since you are starting at what looks like on the other side of the Adamantoy South from Muscadet, which is where you spent most of your time, you can approximate which yacht you were going through.
So you know that we're going through a yacht and that we should
I would
be.
just immediately feel it like, wait, it smells very misty in here.
Well, what do you say
Yeah?
about that?
Frankie, what direction did we take to get to where we're going?
Yeah, wait, Frankie, what's going on?
Oh, what?
Abigail seems to be concerned about the direction we took. What's wrong, Abigail? I'm not sure
What's going
up.
on?
She's got a good.
Can Crysta do what I think we're doing right now?
What's Crysta doing now? And I just look very worried and pained.
Uh-oh, Franklin's encountered a problem. Logic. Logic does
we
not
are
help.
in a no-fly zone, if you know what I'm saying. How are we not exploded?
What do you mean a no-fly
Oh.
zone?
Wait, are you kidding? Are you serious? Abby?
Yeah, the last time I felt this was when we were going through that Sancia. We are
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
deep in it.
Oh, damn, I thought... well, that's quite a...
Is it illegal to fly through yachts?
So this is not something Franklin would
QB,
be
is it
aware
illegal?
of.
No, I think that's him asking a question, like, accusatory, like, was it illegal to, you know?
He's
Do you
asking
know what
it
happens
because
to normal
we
airships
don't know.
when they fly through these?
what happens to ships when they fly through these?
They
They
blow
become
up.
ruins and bandit camps and scavenger dens and about whenever
Oh,
they get found
yeah.
again.
Yeah, that's how we found that one down ship, is because it tried to fly through one of these.
Oh shit! Ugh!
I highly suggest a reroute of course, perhaps.
Let me ask
we're
Crysta.
already well in it. I don't.
We should have already exploded if we were going to explode by now, weren't we?
Just because we haven't yet doesn't mean we're not going to.
I say that to myself every day.
No, but like by physics standpoint, you know.
Yeah, at this point,
Yeah,
I'm
let's
like
think
looking
about
out the window,
physics.
and it doesn't look like we're like losing any altitude or anything, is it?
No, you're flying just fine.
I'll
Smooth
ask
as
the
sailing.
talking ship, hey Crysta, can we fly through a yacht? I just figured it's a talking ship, right? It would tell me if we couldn't fly through a yacht.
I mean, I guess it is, in fact,
Ding.
Oh,
Coffee's
we're in the
ready.
fourth dimension.
I'm the best ship there is.
Yes! This is my favorite part of the stream.
I don't you pulling up the stream on the stream.
Oh, whoops.
Oopsie.
I didn't know I still had that. Let me just...
Classic, yeah. Classic goof.
Yep.
Well, Crysta says she's the best.
Hmm.
It's not bad, is it? Are you feeling okay? I could, like, we could... Actually, if we tried to turn around, I think the only way around a yacht would be another, like, 10 hours.
Thing is that,
I mean, I'm just very sensitive to mist, so when I suddenly feel it all around us in incredibly, almost turbulent manners,
I mean,
a little weird.
if you think things are going to be fine, that's fine. It's like, you know, like I'm saying about also trying to nervously be like confused and thinking about like, so we're not like the only one, you know, it's like, but like not saying these things out loud, but like kind of thinking to herself like, what does this mean then, you know, if we're also flying through the yacht, not on the Reverie, you know? That's like the kind of things that was like, you know, just like off their own, you know.
Before, but not like this.
Wow. I'm gonna look at Abigail and be like, wow, you're so in touch with the world. That's so cool.
It's a VR thing. I'm not that special.
Don't sell yourself
Definitely rubs her arm, thinking, "I'm not the last of my kind. I'm not the last of my kind. I'm not the last of my kind."
We're having a normal one from this revelation.
Everything's totally normal here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so did Velvia have drinks with Frankie?
Oh, yes, I made up some drinks.
Okay, so I'm minorly tipsy again.
I think we're all having drinks with the Frank.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Frank.
It's just the guy.
Would drinking heighten or dull Abigail's senses?
That is a good question.
I didn't put that into consideration.
I feel like it would dull the senses. That's why people fly. That's why people drink when they fly.
I guess that makes sense.
I
That's why
mean,
most people do. That's why most people drink.
True, but also you have to consider that this is, you know, strange extrasensory stuff. So, like, would it be, you know, as your, you know, everything else feels off, would it then your connection to the mists be, you know, what you are feeling more if you're not feeling, you know, your typical vision and, you know, touch senses, you know?
I mean, Viera sense mist through smell?
Okay. Well, then it's probably
I got
probably
the
not.
vapor.
Yeah,
Then I guess if it's through smell, then it's probably not. And it being, you know, drinking is probably not going to help it much, you know.
Okay.
I mean, like, I don't think you're, you know, drinking. And I mean, look, even if you count it as like an extrasensory thing, the fact is that, like, you know, drinking doesn't exactly help with one's senses of, taste or smell that much, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, she's just got her sky pirate legs right now.
So you're actually taking a shortcut with Candy. That's cool. Glad you got a cool ship that no one else can.
Yeah,
That's
sorry,
cool, Frankie.
I've flown this ship a lot lately. I did not know that was a thing. Thank you for telling me. I'm pretty new to being a pilot.
As the mug in Velvia's paw starts to gently tip to the side, Velvia's just like, You know, the more I drink this, the less I care that we're about to explode.
Well, see, we would have exploded by now. That means, since we didn't explode and we didn't go crunching,
Yeah.
that we are actually okay. And
That means we're basically indestructible, right?
Not quite, but
I mean, I like the talking ship. She's really cool.
I just wander away going, indestructible.
Oh no.
Oh no, we're actually quite vulnerable if by the slightest
don't
thing
ever
of the engine going wrong.
Don't ever tell the healer that they're indestructible. It won't ever end well.
It's okay. It's okay. We got multiple healing sources.
I probably should check on Waylon, actually. I'm gonna say that's what I go and do as I wander away for a sec.
Sally's gonna come join you.
Sure.
And with Waylon sleeping there, Sally's going to nuzzle her truckable beak against him.
Yes.
Well, we can take our 10-15 minute break right now. I hit
Sounds
the
good.
important stuff that I want to for before break. Before we go to break, I got a question. Okay, I got two questions. First question.
Okay.
Chorby, do you want to answer this question with the Reverie or on Crysta do a flip?
Ooh. I'll answer it now.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
In that case, after the break, we will answer the question, what was your character's last dream that they remember?
Oh.
I don't know if you want to answer hell, but I did describe it as dreamlike.
Technically, hell.
Well, what happened was.
Yeah, we're gonna go to break and come back 10, 15, 20 minutes, something like that. Whenever we're ready. Bio break, anything we need to take care of, and see you in a little bit.
Nice.
Yay!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Steal the Skies.
Dog. Book of Enoch ain't even canonical to the Torah. What are you doing here, man?
No, it's not.
What?
Apocryphal text.
Yeah, Book of Enoch's apocryphal. All three of them.
That's sick.
Gesundheit.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're saying.
That's why it's awesome.
Oh, happy Hanukkah, everybody. I think we got. I think it ended 2 days ago, actually.
Yeah.
You could stop watching 8 Crazy Nights on Marathon, everybody.
You have to watch it once a day.
Considering
Oh,
we
I
still
can watch
have
it.
some of the
On
we
repeat
still have
for the
some of
whole 8
Jewish
days.
hardcore. My story.
A friend of mine did, in fact, change their server's icon and name. They themed off 8 Crazy Nights.
Oh man.
It sucks.
I'm like,
it's still that. Oh, no.
For the holidays, we have the 12 days of Cage Miss, but I'm making up a Jew who, for all 8 days, watches Adam Sandler movies every year as tradition.
Oh, God.
Oh no!
Why?
So much.
Phil did it once. Let's not ask anyone to do it as well.
Making up a Jew who's just a huge Adam Sandler fan. They like what they like.
I guess.
Good for them.
Sure.
They do what they like and they like what they do.
Yeah, why not?
Bug Adam Sandler.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
We are.
I won't.
Okay, we are live.
Okay. Yeah, we are live. Yeah.
We're doing places and going thing.
Yes. Questions for everybody. So first up, Evelys.
Yes.
What is the last dream Velvia remembers? Ooh, excuse me.
It has been a long time since Velvia has had a dream, but the last dream that they remember, they were wandering adrift in a shapeless void, full of a lot of colors and mist. Could only see for very short distances in front of them, but they heard a persistent calling out to them through the void, and no matter where they searched, they were not able to identify the source, and it never seemed to be getting any closer. They've had this dream a lot, and they've never been able to locate where it's coming from. And they always wake up just when they think they might have finally tracked where the voice is coming from.
Does Velvia possibly recognize who it was?
I'm gonna say that Velvia might have an idea of what/who the voice is, but it's very muffled in the mist and hard to identify completely. But perhaps they have some kind of idea of what it might be.
Perfect, thank you. Pokey, what is the last dream that Jean remembers?
So, Jean's dreams have been, over the last while, been somewhat normal, but haven't been some fitful things occurring. The last thing that happened was that she was at their last performance, the last show with everybody, Abigail, whole band, the crowd's full, and everyone's loved. It's a great time. And until they look out through the crowd, see everybody's loving faces, and then he sees her father's face, and the vibes are instantly killed, and things seem to go wrong instantly, and a fire breaks out, and around then is when it wakes up, and most of the time dreams are normal, but there's been bad dreams along that kind of theme that have happened lately.
Ooh, dramatic. Thank you. Natsuru, what is the last dream that Abigail remembers?
Abby had a really weird dream that she remembers. She doesn't know exactly where it was, but it was a very high school-like kind of setting. And there was this oh god, I wish I remember what race I imagine. Somebody really, really tall, really buff, tossed her a pair of headphones, and Dory was just like, "Oh, yo, girl, he flirting with you. He gave you his headphones to listen to something," but she never found him again, and she carried the headphones around for like 2 hours, couldn't figure out anything, and she just woke up really confused. Like, why was Dory trying to get her to hook up with some weird headphone guy? Dory should have known better. And that was it. That's all she remembers.
Question.
Yeah.
Answer.
Were the headphones appropriate for a Moogle, or were they more for a different race?
They were definitely your normal Beats adjacent. They were black with a red accent. It was so confusing to her. She was just like, "What are these and where and why?"
I guess my more concern is are they more designed for people with long ears on top, or ears on the sides of their heads?
They were just regular ear on side stereo headphones. She doesn't know where they were
Moogle
from.
with the Beats headphones that wrap around the ears.
Her ass is not listening.
Headphones were the sponsor of today's stream.
Okay, so
Concept of
they're doing
headphones.
the Arthur listening to headphones thing, right?
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you, Natsuru. And Troby, you said you wanted to answer this question this time and not wait till Thursday.
Yeah, why wait on a good dream?
Good. In that case, we're going to have your guests answer the questions on Thursday instead.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
No.
So, what is Franklin's last dream he remembers?
Okay, so the hell one doesn't count because I was awake. and that was rude to dream while awake.
I mean,
Yeah,
daydreams
stay
exist.
focused while you're flying.
Yeah, I am flying. That'd be irresponsible if anyone found out. So Frankie's last dream was he made a robot, and the robot was a super hot babe, and
Nice.
all of the kids, he didn't know they were kids, they were just people his age. They were all with him, and they were scandalizing this robot. It was not good. It was bad. They were trying to they're being weird about it. They were just being like, "Ooh, look at this hot robot." Franklin, I remember being in the dream and trying to like calm everyone down and be like, "Guys, just chill out. You don't have to be weird about this. We made a cool robot. Why are you being weird about this?" And they just keep getting weirder and weirder, and then like other people from like out on the streets show up, and like Franklin kept getting more and more embarrassed about everyone seeing his like hot babe robot that he made, and instead of being like excited that he made a cool robot, they're all just being like, "Ooh, it's a hot girl." And when Franklin woke up, he didn't understand why he was so depressed about this, but he felt really like sad. Like people weren't recognizing him for his cool invention. Instead, they're just recognizing him for his sexy robot. And anyway, that's the last time he's gonna watch Weird Science before going to bed.
Normal. Yeah, you're gonna stick to normal magic.
Normal magic.
I love all of the interesting answers everyone has for this question.
She fixed my sight with magic!
Mine may or may not actually have been off of an actual dream I had, because I really was super confused when I had it.
That was a good dream. I liked it.
I had
Yeah.
an IRL dream similar to the one that I described, but the one that I had was my parents.
Ah.
I was very young and it was very scary.
Oh no.
Mine doesn't have anything about me. That's me doing a fiction.
Perfect. Well, thank you everybody for answering this question of what were your characters last dreamed of. Last we left off, you all were flying to Mulan, and you have about. Let me do this. You got a little over an hour, but I don't have anything else planned for this trip, so if there's, you all can touch down and leave this family behind if you so desire. We can fast forward.
Oh, y'all want to ditch this Glabados family?
Aren't we escorting them? Should
Throw them
we
out
not
the
do
airlock,
that?
let's go.
I think he meant as in hurry up to drop them to their location. Not,
Yes.
Okay.
You know, not like just
Peace
throw
out.
them in the middle of the yacht, which is still weird to
You
think
know,
about. Whatever.
Just don't throw
So-
them out the airlock, alright?
So guys, there's this thing called max capacity.
Just unsummon Sally for a minute. That might help.
How dare you?
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry I suggested it.
Yeah, does anything happen while we get the Glabados family off of the boat and wish them farewells? Are they thankful? Are they...
Yeah, they're very thankful. Walter is going to shake everyone's hands,
Aww.
and same with Aja, and they're going to thank you all. Thank you for the trip. Thank you. We're hoping to start a new life. It'll be great.
Pleasure to meet you all. Yeah. You need anything?
I hope everything goes smoothly.
Sell the
I
sky
wish you
rats to
all
them
the luck.
too.
You know, I'm not sure if it's a. You've had friends here among us. Do you
Oh,
need
perfect.
anything?
There you
Don't
go.
giggle. Was
Among
that just because I
Us?
said that? No! Damn it.
That's a little sus.
Stop!
expected nothing else out of this trip.
I'm just gonna go sulk in the side where Jorah was.
I'm gonna learn to be a pylon. Like,
Hey. Oh, hey, old kid. Nice to see ya.
Yeah, can I get a moment with the old kid where I just like I go, yeah, I see you. I see you.
I see you for what you are.
I stick my tongue out or I flip him off or something.
Jorah's gonna
Flip him off!
Jorah's just gonna nod at the two of you as the family leaves the ship.
Does she look back
Okay.
at us or anything? And
Oh no, very
No.
cordial about it.
ugh, freaky kid.
Wait, I didn't want to be rude, but they did look a little odd, didn't they?
Kid scares me.
I don't know
I mean,
about
everyone's
that,
a little
but
different. Like, you
No,
know.
they had a look in their eye. They know what hell looks like.
they have an old-timey
That
kind
is
of
a
look.
very specific kind of response.
No, there's some kids that are just like that. Where you look in their eyes and
Yeah.
you go, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I kind of know what you mean. I think.
Oh, what you mean too? Because Waylon's here.
I does not know exactly what Waylon's referring to, but is thinking it out of. Well, you know, thinks about shitty kids. It is relating on that level, you know, like yeah, kids.
Waylon is in fact out in the ship still.
Waylon, no, not Waylon. No, oh no, I'm sorry. It's misspoke entirely. I meant Franklin. I misspoke entirely.
I'm
But, you know,
Frankie.
like. I was like, I
Yes,
know what
yes, you
I don't know what
You did
Franklin's
good.
talking. I don't exactly know what Franklin's talking about. But like, the fact is, like, I know a shitty kid or not Waylon. No, I don't mean Waylon. I didn't Waylon. I just misspoke. The name is wrong. Just flubbed.
Just gonna go over to
Waylon's
John and
fine.
I'm just gonna like just pat her on the head. It's okay. It's okay.
Say-
It's alright.
Please.
Be alright. The nightmares can't follow you
It's been
here.
a bit of a couple days, for sure. That felt like a few weeks, almost.
Yeah, it felt like a couple years for some of us. We're move on. Let's party.
Yes.
Ooh,
This is a holy town, though, isn't it?
I mean, it is pretty holy, but it's pretty big. So
Party
like,
town.
You could probably
can
find
party.
wine.
Yo, let's
Maybe
find a
not
party.
drinking constantly. You do that.
Uh,
Okay.
Have some fun.
Hey, Franklin, bloody old pal. Couldn't help but notice that my drink cup's getting a little empty. Want to help a Moogle out?
Let's get into town, you lush. Come on.
You-
We'll
yeah,
party
I
when we
think
get
you've had
there.
plenty. You've had
Where's the
plenty
bar?
for now, Velvia.
Ah,
You can
I got a
wake
question.
Up. Wake up.
Were you on the ship, wishing the family goodbye, or were you outside of the ship?
Outside of the ship,
Okay.
the aerodrome where we landed. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Aerodrome. There is snow falling inside the aerodrome, so
Aw, that's
still
pretty.
a little chilly. Yeah.
Aw, cute.
Yeah. There's occasionally whenever they're so bay doors are usually open during the times that the aerodrome is open for, and then close at night. In Mulan it is. And so before they open again, pit crews are usually sweeping the snow off the ground.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, get a little snow on you. It's nice.
Crunching in it.
Yeah, little crunch. And
Well, it's a winter Miss Miracle. We made it in one piece.
yeah. What all do you want to do now that you're in Mulan? I will open
let's
this
ask.
up to you.
Let's ask Crysta what's to do in Mulan. What does Crysta think that we should do in Mulan?
Yeah, what do we got? What can we do here?
I think that we should. Is there any chocobo racing happening here?
Yes. There are chocobo races going on.
gift giving.
Tis the season for gift giving.
Coffee temperature at
Give the
200%
Reverie.
optimum.
My glove box always pops open and has crap in it.
That's true.
That's crazy. I mean, wait. I mean, to be fair, I guess it was fun to find random shit in your airship. Reverie's so disorganized. We find old stuff. We have no idea how it turned up all the time.
I blame the kid.
I mean, yeah, he's got a good
I
heart,
was trying to
Lord
not
knows
say
he's got a
that
lot of
out
stuff
loud,
there.
but yes.
I say the things that none of y'all say.
Hey, I didn't disagree with that now.
I was just not saying it.
I mean, hell, we found that high potion the other day. That was...
It's pretty. I mean, plus it was pretty
How'd they get
obvious
even
too.
down
By
here?
gift giving.
I mean, I don't
It's
have
a great
any gifts.
idea.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, I'm giving all my new friends 4 tickets to the Chocobo races.
Oh boy.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Only
you
four?
can.
Wait, but you need to come with us.
Well, I had to get a ticket for Sally.
How did you know I like Chocobo? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Goofball.
17? You rolled 17?
Was it 17?
Yep.
Okay, great, because,
Did it fall off your screen?
yeah, it fell off my screen. Oh, no, it's right next to me.
It's right in front of your face.
Yeah. Yeah, we grab the
me.
information for that right after. As you say that you're about to go to a chocobo race. Ooh, hoo. Crysta flings out a hyper potion
Hyper!
at
Wait,
the.
God. Oh wow. I thought you were exaggerating.
I could not have guessed that, actually.
Cool.
Yeah, hyper potion is one step better than high potion. Is a tier 3 HP increase.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I am happy to not take that. I feel like since I already have cure and all that, someone else should take the healing thing if they would like it.
I feel like we'd be funneling most of our stuff toward Waylon. The boy
I
that
mean,
just wants to be the tank. He's got high ambitions.
We just like set it at his feet as he's sleeping.
Just tuck it in the bag, you know. He'll find it eventually.
We label it hangover cure.
no, he'll drink it and waste it.
Yeah.
Just sneak
If
a little
anything,
Red Bull
so-
for the kid.
If anything, slip an an antidote, maybe that would help.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't like the taste of that.
I mean, no hangover cure is perfect, and
Yep.
especially not in terms of taste, you know.
Well, that's not true. Pho is perfect, actually.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Well,
the only
we're not gonna
perfect
keep-
hangover cure is time.
we're not gonna have but
Yeah,
we're-
time doesn't taste that great either.
Yeah.
We're not gonna but I'm not gonna leave a bowl of cold noodles at his feet either.
I'll leave a bowl of warm noodles at his feet. If they
won't-
become
it'll
cold later,
be
it's not your
cold by the-
problem.
it'll be cold by the time he wakes up. Is the
After-
problem?
After his long winter's nap.
So I will let you know that there are 2 sporting events going on in Mulan today. One is a D class race, so chocobo race. So that's like 10 gil to get in.
Nice, the shithead birds.
Yeah. These are the beginners and low quality chocobo racers.
Yo, it's the junior varsity. Let's go.
Yeah. There's also the Mulan Bold Braves is hosting an Ulema set of matches versus the Arcady Suns and Rabanastre Doves.
Yo, there's sport ball too. Ooh.
Dang, we just got away from sports.
You know, it's funny. I planned out the entire season like months ago. And then just last week looked at like the path of where you're going and where season 1 is playing and where season 2 is playing. I was not expecting you to go from Ambervale. I was not expecting the games to go from Ambervale to Mulan.
So they followed us.
Yeah.
Or did we follow them?
I don't know. We took the
Well-
short way, so there's I've got a couple of other questions, but that's
To be
okay.
fair, we'll be going back to get the Reverie eventually.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Waylon just wakes up alone on a ship in a completely different town. Oh god, we got the kid!
Yep, Home Alone. I don't trust Waylon to be thinking he's in a Home Alone situation. He'll set up way worse traps than that kid did.
Yeah.
100%.
The wet bandits board the Crysta, and they're never heard or seen from again.
Listen, last time Waylon saw some bandits, he threw a bomb core and there were no bandits.
It's
There was
true.
glass.
Yeah.
He didn't even know what it was at the time.
It did give him PTSD though, so it's a trade-off.
He tried to
Learn.
set up a tar and feather trap as a security system for the Reverie once, or something that was like that. I'm just saying, he would Home Alone. He would make Home Alone traps that are awful.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
We'll just have to never leave him behind, and then we'll be all right.
So, you want
Never be
to
alone again.
take the Reverie to Chocobo races?
Yeah.
All right, that'll be 40 gil.
Oh, I'll pay for that. It's fine.
Good drop in the water.
Aw.
Right there.
Yeah.
Are there any concessions that anyone would like?
What kind of concessions are there?
Any normal concessions that you get at any sporting event, like hot dogs, drinks.
All right.
No. This is D-class races, so it's like a little league snack cart.
I'm just gonna go on Footy Scran and just see one of the first things that there. Chips of stuffing, pigs and blanket, and gravy in a bowl.
What?
Wow, that certainly is some Footy Scran. I'll put that in I guess Yo's posting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if I heard it all, but
Yeah, hey, I'll put that link to the
That
tweet.
is in fact what I think it is.
Chips, stuffing, pigs in a blanket, and gravy.
What?
€5.
Okay, those pigs in a blanket are bacon and wieners. Oh, that okay. I really want to try that actually.
Unironically, I do too.
Yeah.
Footy Scran, the Twitter account will it'll vary between like delicious feast at a stadium for like $3 and the most ugly, vaguely food adjacent substance you've ever seen. For like $20.
Okay, but like unironically, that looks good as hell.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'd
no,
say
I
just mix
lucked
the
out.
stuffing. Mix the stuffing ball in there. Oh.
Yeah, get rid of the stuffing ball, add like more like bacon wrapped weenies, and that's like top tier.
Oh, I was just saying like mix it in there.
Oh yeah, you know what? Winter
Also,
yeah,
is there like, did they throw hot sauce on it?
that's gravy. Brown gravy.
I feel like
Yeah.
Velvia would be most
The coloring is
inclined
really odd.
to get like a small like a charcuterie like snack mix, like little meats and cheeses and crackers,
Yeah.
and they would occasionally share some with Sally as well.
That's adorable. Yeah, like
That's
I posted. Yeah, I think Sean's just grabbing something that's just like a big smattering of fried foods. That's Is it healthy? Probably not. Is it good, tasty? Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Listen, we're not buying this food to be health conscious.
We're eating at a stadium. There's no way you're being health conscious.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, let's make that cup canon and call it Chocoballs.
Yes. Yes.
And,
I scran so much.
We scran that so good.
and you could get a cup of Chocoballs for $15.
Woohoo!
Bucks. Wait, what are bucks?
Gil.
What's the bucks to
15
gil
each.
ratio?
1-to-1.
Roughly 1-to-1. So yeah, 15 gil per cup.
All right, that's 60 gil for all of us, including the bird.
Well, are you buying? Is Sally a separate one?
Of course.
I'm sharing mine.
Oh,
Oh,
that's so
okay.
nice of you.
Thank you.
This Franklin guy, he's cool.
You're all right, Frankie.
I've fed so many animals at the Le Monde bar.
Yeah,
Love feeding to animals.
it's a small village, so
Feed off to animals.
yeah. So you all get to go to the Chocobo races and have a fun time watching them go all around. I do have rules for setting up a track and everything, but I would need more time to prepare for that.
Besides, are we playing? I don't think.
No.
Oh,
This is just for watching, just for entertainment.
all right. I realized you meant that, though, right?
The most
Sorry, for some-
entertained.
I thought you were
purposes.
talking about. For a second, I lost track of where we were. I thought you were talking about sports. It's like we're definitely not a sports team players. Chocobo racers, maybe.
Listen, Abby would have started watching Ulema and be like, "Yo, that looks like a lot of fun," and would want to try it.
Yeah.
Abby uses thrown weapons, right?
She does.
Yeah, Abby would be in line to
Be a quarterback or something.
getting into Ulema.
She's got awareness. She's got thrown weapons.
Yeah. Wait, Pokey, do you know the rules for Ulema?
Not really. No.
Well, I can bring it up if you're curious.
Sure.
Abby would probably have gotten I've watched one game, but I've looked up everything, and here's the rough and dirty details how it works.
Ulema. Oh, there we are.
Sure.
I'm reading the rules and wow, this is definitely more.
Yeah, it's pretty in
It's
depth.
time.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting 3 teams.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of is that there was a old shit post is introducing the hyperbole for football.
Yep.
2 football fields intersecting, going in with two teams playing each. Whatever happens in the middle happens.
Imagine it kind of like if you were to evolve or expand the Mesoamerican ball game a bit. Basically, you have a wide corridor with 3 teams on each end of the corridor. Your objective is to get the ball past one of the teams and make sure that the ball doesn't get past your team. And so you use this by using the awareness check to recognize the ball, how fast it goes, the spinning, and then once you're able to recognize it and you are legal to hit it again, you use a thrown weapons, either thrown weapons or brawl skill to hit it
Oh,
back.
excuse me.
Yeah, you're good. And the as the volley goes on, the ball will have an increasingly or decreasing modifier.
Kind of like makes me think of Lethal League then.
Yeah.
It's like three-way volleyball without a net.
Three-way Lethal League,
Three-way
volleyball,
Lethal League.
blitzball. I mean,
That is what a Lululemma is. That's awesome.
I need to.
Natsu and I got to play test this, and it's awesome.
Yeah. And so.
Well, I didn't get to play test it, but I did like do like a what was it, like a simulated volley with QB one night. Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were there.
Trophy, did you
I
ever get to do a simulated volley?
No.
Oh.
No, we
Well.
had bowling though, which inspired it.
Yo, can we just go simulate the volleys right now? We should go play at Ulama.
Yeah, let's simulate one volley. In that case, who wants to serve out of the four of you? Yeah, who wants to serve?
I will let him to serve.
I think it should be someone who hasn't had an opportunity to do so yet.
Guess I mean, I've not played Lemma. I don't know it.
All right, perfect. Pokey, you're going to simulate the serve. What you do to serve is you decide if you want it to be a basic serve, a fast serve, or a spin serve. This will determine the starting modifier for the ball, and you also decide which corridor you want to have it go down. If you botch the roll, the ball goes into the center, isn't able to make it to another team, and you lose a point on the serve. If you botch a thrown or weapons afterwards, then it doesn't go into the center, and whoever last sent the ball to you gets the point. If you fail the thrown or brawl, then it goes to the opposite team. So, first things first, do you want to give it a basic, a fast, or a spin serve?
Let's hit that. Let's hit it a little fast.
All right, a fast serve will give a plus 20 modifier to start out. Do you have brawl or thrown weapons?
No.
All right, in that case,
This is how simulating it, so I don't have me. It's not me on the field. Is the thing.
That's
either.
true. Roll a D100 for me. Minus 20.
Let's see if does this work.
Question: Is Waylon
Hey.
still on the ship, or are we like Weekend at Bernie's style, like taking him to the game?
I'll let you all decide that.
I think we should just leave it be.
All
Fair.
right, let him have his rest.
All right. Oh, also, did you want to send it down the left lane or the right lane?
To the right.
All right.
Take it
so,
back now, y'all.
because you rolled an 18, and if you are playing as professional players, their stats are usually like 70 to 90s or so. You are able to successfully hit it down to the right lane.
Nice.
Is Roll20 gonna recognize? There we go. So at this point, the two forwards are going to try and recognize the ball. They both are able to recognize the ball and are going to give it a fast return and try to hit it back to your team. A fast return will drop the modifier down to +0. And so what is important is that you need to choose who hits the ball when you recognize it, because if the ball comes back down your corridor, the last person on your team to hit it cannot hit it again. So sometimes it might be beneficial at the beginning of a volley to volunteer to let it go back to your back line and let them hit it. Because past them, it's good to make sure that your forward people are fresh and ready. It looks like they are able to hit it down your way. Since Chorby, you haven't done Ulema yet. Would Chorby and Pokey like to roll 1d100 for your awareness check? As you need to recognize the speed and spin that the ball has. And there is no modifier.
Okay, so I also do a
Yep.
100.
Yep.
No modifier.
Oh, you got this.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you
recognizing.
recognize it. Yeah. Both of you are able to recognize it. But Pokey was the last one to touch the ball on your team. So you can either decide to hit the ball back or give it to your back line.
Oh, I'm gonna smash this ball.
All right.
I'm so ready.
All right. You're going to give it what kind of a hit are you going to give it? A basic, a spin, or a fast?
Fast.
Fast will drop it down to a -20 modifier. So roll me D100 plus 20.
All right, went 77.
Oh yeah, which team were you sending it down?
To the left team.
All right, to the left team. Since you are professional players, that should be enough. And you are able to successfully hit it down. Oh, wrong one. Down to the left team instead. The left team are going to try and recognize it. And they are able to do so. Wow, those are really good rolls. In that case, they're going to give you a basic return back down to you, which will lower the modifier by 10.
Oh, they're teaming up on us.
Not
So that's it.
necessarily.
They're
So
just
remember-
trying to get it away from us.
Yes. Oh wow. Yeah, they recognize it. With the 35, they are able to hit it back to you. So, one thing I do want to mention that is a little strategy point is that if the modifier is drastic enough, you can send it down to the... You can intend for it to send down to the other team, but if you fail the check, it will go to the opposite team.
Huh.
So, let's say you want left team to fail because you think they have the worst players, and it currently has a -50 modifier. There is a pretty decent chance that you will fail that, so you might want to intend for it to go to the right team.
Oh, I see.
Uh-huh.
It's such a strategy.
Right?
Is that
Pokey.
cat?
Pokey and Franklin?
Oh, you might
Sorry.
be hearing Kyle.
Pokey and Chorby, can you roll me a D100 plus 30?
You got it.
Nice.
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 Hey.
Too bad it's not we can't crit off that.
Yeah. You two decide if you want to, if Pokey wants to hit it back, or if you want to send it to the people behind you. Which, if this is a simulation, you can do that.
Professional player being piloted by Abby. You're up.
All right. In that case, our back line, Alvilis
So ready.
and Natsuru.
Yes.
Roll D100 plus 30.
Finish them, Abby.
Oh god, I didn't add the modifier.
Uh-oh.
64.
55, 64.
In that case, yeah, you're both able to recognize. I guess that would be 65, 64. You both are able to recognize the ball. Who wants to grab it? Who wants to hit it back?
Get
I'll
it!
hit it back.
It's all you.
All right, Evelus. What kind of hit do you want to give it, and who do you want to send it to?
Can I see the thing again? I want to spin it to the left.
That would be a minus 60 to the left. So roll me a D100 plus 60. You are unfortunately not able to spin it to the left. Instead, it goes to the right.
All according to plan.
Keikaku.
And now they're going to try to hit it. Front line. Woo! Yeah. With that crit, the person in the front line is able to recognize it. They're going to hit a they're gonna spin it. Let's make this extra hard. Spin it to the other team.
Oh, we're spinning to winning.
No. Spin to us. Spin to us.
No, we don't. No, but if they spin to us, then we have a chance to miss.
It spins in your direction.
No.
It has
dang
such a left curve.
We're spinning so hard.
Pokey and Chorby, roll me a 1d100 plus 90.
I'm
to
on it.
recognize it.
I'm
On
so
that
gonna
fucking-
recognize it. I did not recognize it. 10% chance.
The ball
no.
is bouncing around the corridor very fast. It's so difficult to know what's going on.
One of those bits in Prince of Tennis or something.
Yes,
They just have the ball after image over and over.
this is
I
a
was
Prince of
thinking of-
Tennis.
I was thinking this is a steel ball run more.
Yeah.
Uh,
ball moving so fast?
The
Evelus and
Fibonacci sequence is drawn all over it. The golden ratio, all that shit.
Evelus and Natsu, roll me a D100 plus 90. You are the back line. Can you crit and recognize this ball?
Do we see it?
Oh!
Yeah.
So close! Oh! Unfortunately, it is not enough, and the ball soars right past you into the back court.
I'm just like looking elsewhere entirely.
Yeah. Evelyn thought the ball went down the other corridor.
Oh, wait! Not
Yeah, no,
so
105.
it doesn't go past you. With botches, if you botch your awareness, the ball is coming straight for you.
Oh!
If
Oh,
your partner
no.
is not able to recognize it, then you get beamed by the ball. So, the person that Evelus is playing as just gets smacked right in the face.
So they saved the
Damn.
ball though, right?
No,
Oh,
it
no.
bounces in front of them. And that is a point for right team.
Dang.
And that's a volley for Ulema.
Awesome.
This is cool.
I love this sport. It's so cool.
I'm glad you like it, because if you increase your awareness and your brawl or thrown weapons, you all can play it in the Season 5 tournament arc.
It's like
Frank
I
was
know
talking
naturally
about
gets
those.
those anyway.
I've got pretty good awareness already, and I'm sure by then it'll be top notch.
Uh-huh.
But
Abby will have all the makings of a possible professional Ulema player.
I imagine that in character Jean's just been kind of getting excited and eating quicker than expected. Just like, oh shit, this is actually cool. Oh, fuck yeah.
Plus, the idea of Velvia wearing like a sports uniform is really cute, and I need to see it happen.
You're so true.
Oh, so adorable.
Yeah. Velvet. Do they have helmets? Do they have little like? hats?
Nope.
They no helmets.
And would if I
No
was
padding.
to wear a helmet, would the ears go through the top? Like, would there be holes for the ears, or would the ears just be like flattened down?
a very tall helmet to contain the ears.
Every sport has a hat, though.
An ear-inclusive helmet.
Oh,
What's Ulema's sport hat?
there are jerseys, but this was developed by Gria. So this is a traditional Gria sport.
So they have like a little hat that fits between their horns.
Not exactly.
Aw. What a weird hat.
Hey,
What if
I
the weird
mean-
hat's just a headband?
You can have a headband.
Not that Gria hats are weird. I mean that sport hats are weird.
You can have a headband, but I guess they can have like funny hats for fans.
Golf has visors.
they need to have some sort of helmet so that they can sell collectible ice cream bowls.
Exactly. Yes.
I had one of those for the Chicago Cubs as a kid.
Traditionally, it is supposed to be a pretty rough sport if you get beamed, and a lot of times players will have like a bit of bruises here and there if they make like real hard contact with the ball, hitting it back. But a lot of players will say that that's the fun of it. So
You wear your bruises with pride, baby.
exactly. I mean, a lot of Gria are very, not every Gria, but a lot of them are very, like, rough and tumble.
Why did Nemi immediately come up? Like, not all great or rough and tumble. I can see poor sweet little Nemi.
Yeah. Nemi's fierce. And Wimpdork is the one that inspired this game and asked for it to be made.
Oh,
So-
hell yeah.
So you say not all because this isn't quite. I don't know if this is quite me.
Right. Jean is definitely a break from the mold.
not entirely, but I think.
Not entirely.
I was thinking about cricket hats. Cricket hats are like the flat with a long
Oh, these
brim
are-
all the way around.
Oh, now I'm
They're
curious.
very silly. I posted it in Yost's posts.
Okay.
Oh, you can't make an ice cream bowl out of these.
You can't? I think you can.
Yeah, you
I'm
can.
gonna
Oh,
say
You
you
can put a
definitely
long
can.
banana over the entire thing, and it'll just
Oh.
switch out to the brim.
That's so
I just,
funny.
you know what? You're right. What am I saying? I'm just complaining about it because I like the one I had more.
No, yeah, no, that's. I'm not saying to replace it with this. I'm saying that we need a hat. We need a funny hat that we can put ice cream into.
Yeah. So you can spend some time at the Chocobo races watching that. Go to either a bar or the Monster Hunter Guild Hall to watch the Ulema match on a radio TV. Getting tickets to an Ulema game are a little pricey, and you have to plan ahead for that.
Yeah, that's sports, baby.
Well, if we sneak in.
I mean,
That's a good
guess that's
hat,
possible.
Natsu.
but
Yeah.
definitely let me know if you want to go to an Ulema match in the future, because I can give people schedules of when the next time a game will be played in a specific city.
Yo, season 3, we all go to watch a sport game, and that's why we're inspired to become part of the sport game 2 seasons later.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
The writing's already there. It's like, let's go.
How
It's
much
right
would
there. But yeah, so that can definitely take up a good chunk of the day. Watching those two events. but since it is Wintermas, is there any other gift giving anybody else would like to do? Oh yeah, also you can pay the Reverie with the allocated funds Judge Van Daniel gave you.
All right. Yep. Mission accomplished. Here's 10 grand.
Wow.
I think it was
That's
20
so much
grand.
money.
10 plus.
100,000 grand. Yeah, 10
20
plus
is the
if you want to
most.
give us. Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll give him 10 grand. And then when we get back, I'll give him another 10 grand.
Okay.
That
Sounds
way
good.
they don't spend it all in one place. They spend it in 2 places.
Ah. Well,
Resourceful.
Reverie, you have 10 grand to do any Wintermas shopping if you want.
I've got.
I know what Abby would like to get the rest of the
What we got?
Reverie. And depending on
Where-
if Frankie either gave out or kept the pieces, would add. She's gonna buy everybody a basic like King's Gambit set.
Ooh.
We're no longer watching the game.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got it. I want to do something nice. So I'm a weaponsmith. I could say I could, make stuff with metal, right?
Yes.
I want to buy some. I want to go to like the near, like to wherever we got and get some metal, make figurines for everybody. I want to do. That's what I want to make, and make people some gifts.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cute.
And like, what kind of metal could I get from there? I want to see.
Uh,
Yeah, what do the shops got right?
Right now, there are tier 1 materials. I did not roll that hot when finding the materials that Mulan has, so
That's fine.
Oh,
It doesn't
those-
need to. It doesn't need to be super fancy materials. It's it's a sentimental gift more than that.
Those footballers all ransacked the shops, huh?
yeah, they did. So yeah, for metal, you can get brass, bronze, copper, iron, and tin. There are 14 crafting points of your choosing.
Okay. I'm gonna say. Okay, so I know what it'll be for. I'm gonna get I'm gonna buy some. I'm taking. Let me check the guide for making these things.
Yes.
Let's
Oh,
see.
yeah. Also, did your team purchase the tier 2 handbooks?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure we did.
Frankie bought them
'Cause
for
we
us.
got, yeah, because we got
Right.
2 copies. We got one for us and one for him.
That's right.
Oh, so we can craft tier 2 now?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Right. So I want to buy out of the I'll make let's see some. Oh no, that's a scavenger table. Okay, practical crafts. I want to make some small thing. Basically, yeah, I'm gonna buy like 6 crafting points worth of, say, bronze.
All
And
right.
bronze for these little things.
That's 30 gil.
Easy.
Good metal.
It looks nice, but it's also it looks nice. It's sturdy, but it's cheap. For these kind of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I want to. I guess this would be counted as and then I guess because each I'm buying 6 points because I want to make a little, not too big of one, like like 10, like 15 centimeters of them.
Okay.
Or make
yeah.
a little, and they're not too honestly. They're not that fancy looking. The fact that like again like complexity too, like
Okay.
because I'm not that sure of confidence of the skill, and then it's again it's but I want to try and make them.
Okay.
So
That would be 3 crafting points each.
3? Wait, no, it says 2. It's 2 crafting points.
Yeah, starts at 2. Yeah,
oh,
let's do 2.
I see.
Yeah, we'll do 2.
No, it's just the complexity.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 crafting points each. It would take 45 minutes each, and plus 40 modifier for crafting.
Okay.
How many are you making?
I'm making at least one for 3 of them. One for one for each member of the party. But one of them just got botched.
Oh no. Well, one of them you lost all the materials for.
One of them came out nice.
Yeah.
One of them. You know what? I'll try. I'll spend a little bit more. How much would it be for another 20 gil, right? For the material. You said it's for 2 crafting points of bronze.
2 crafting points would be 10 gil.
Oh, 10 gil. So okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that one. Complete flub. It's just me warming up. I messed up the foraging process. It didn't come out right,
Yeah, you were practicing. Yeah.
That one, I still didn't get it right.
Well, it wasn't a botch, so you can spend 5 gil to get another crafting point and try again.
Why not? Whoops. There that goes again. I really,
he did a trick?
Yeah, I did a trick. This is me doing a special to really get this one down. Because, go! Okay, forget it. Well, I'll figure something else out for Waylon, I guess, then.
Okay.
It's just not working.
Just cursed. Oh, you hate to see it.
The fates, my hands just are fumbling at every attempt to, and my fates and inspiration are just both failing me as I try to make something for him, it seems,
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
The
What
materials
page of the
and
crafting
mind
sheet
are
is
just
this on?
both not lining up. But,
What was that, Natsu?
I say, what page of the crafting document is this on?
Scavenging and selling, the second page.
Okay.
But for Velvia, I made hey Mary Wintermiss, I made a little figure. It's a little choco chick figurine. I kind of made it based off Sally. Look at it. Do you like it?
Love it. Thank you so much.
Oh,
That's so sweet of you.
Thanks. Oh, thank you. And for Abigail, well, it's out of character. I'm not sure which one would be your favorite, but I made a miniature, a figure of of one of your favorite, whatever.
It's your favorite King's Gambit piece.
Yeah, the King Gambit piece.
Oh,
but
that's
it's
adorable.
Unofficial little blank. It's obviously not gonna be used in a game, but yeah.
It's special because it was homemade.
What is it when they like Magic or whatever, where you just print your own cards and it's fake? It's it's a fake, but you're just playing with it anyways.
Oh, the proxy.
Yeah, it's like you could have called it a proxy, but not really. But I thought
it would be a piece to go on the shelf.
Yeah.
That's cute.
What is the piece
and,
that...
Waylon, we'll figure it out for him later. Oh boy.
I don't remember exactly. It was whatever piece that Dory gave her.
I
don't remember which one that one was.
John's just brushing aside the scraps and wrecked pieces of her attempts to try to make something for Waylon. Oh boy, I gotta figure something for this kid. We'll worry about that later.
How much metal would be a bracelet?
Bracelet. How I mean,
I guess it depends. Is it like a practical?
Do we have the? Well, I was gonna make like a little like bracelet for everybody with my armor smithing. Yeah, it's a little like, hey, we came together, we did some things, we got people out of a apparently bad situation.
Would you call that? Now, is it like actually usable, or is it purely an ornamental, sentimental
Just like
thing?
a little fashion thing. I don't think we have enough materials to make like a bunch of cool ones.
I would say the second rank, so 2 crafting points.
2, 8 total. Or 2 for each person, including Waylon.
Yeah, and including yourself. Yeah, that would be 8 total.
Oh, why would I make myself one? I'm making these for my new friend.
Okay, yeah.
Because Abby has somebody other than Dory to give gifts to this winter mist.
Woo!
Are those available, or was the shop like low? I don't remember.
Let me double check. Yeah, that's actually the last of it.
She's so buying them all and really hoping that these don't go bad.
What kind of metal are you using?
Oh god, what other ones do we have?
Brass, bronze, copper, iron, and tin.
If you need any, I am totally willing to give you some of my silver. I have 8 pieces of silver.
Ooh. Silver's a
Oh,
tier 2.
Fancy.
You can mix and match.
Oh, I don't know if I'd want to. Oh, like a silver, like.
I'm planning to make something that does not require metal. So if you need some silver, I'm happy to give it to you.
Then can I get 4 silver? And then I will do 4 silver and I think brass would be better. Like a brass, like it's like
4
it's
pieces
like
of
a
silver.
little like a little like brass like bracelet with like a pretty like silver design on it.
Yeah.
So you're buying 4 crafting points of brass from the shop?
Yes.
All right, that will be 20 gil. How fancy do you want to make it?
Oh, that is the question, isn't it? Ah.
how? I
I
mean,
mean,
because
a little like fancier, not like, you know, she's gonna spend her entire life's work on one design, but
so like maybe
she wants them to look good.
I mean, consider each one's got a different modifier, but like you could say like around maybe 2 or 3 then complexity.
Yeah, I'd say probably like 3.
All right. In that case, that is 4 armor smithing checks with a plus 30 modifier. One success.
2.
2.
Popped out characters are just so hard to get back to.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh.
A blunder.
So that's 3 successes. You do. Let me do a coin flip.
Like which one gets lost?
Yeah. Heads or tails for the silver.
That's me. Don't worry about mine.
Heads.
All right. All right, you get to keep the silver.
Oh, that's good.
So it's only 5 gil to get 1 more copper.
Oh, brat.
Brass. That's the one. Yes.
Brass and silver. That's a striking combination.
Right.
I like it.
So nothing she does is gonna be boring. Everything will be striking. Oh, come on.
Oh.
Oh.
All right.
Maybe use a good fortune.
Flip that coin again.
Heads again.
Yeah.
Channel points, re-roll it.
Yeah, channel points.
That's true. You can use channel
Wait,
points
hang
to
on, do
reroll
I have-
that.
I'm being nice. Save
Yeah,
it.
Pokey's saving it.
Oh shit.
Poke did not
save.
save it. That's an 82.
No.
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 How tragic.
Betrayal.
For winter miss, use silver is fine. So
What
that's
was
only
that?
winter miss miracle. It looked like the silver was about to be the one that didn't make it, but the brass was the one you lost instead. So only be 5 more gil and another roll.
Because the silver has like, it's an important design. She can't lose it. It's too good.
It's too good. It's a good silver.
Come on, come on.
63 is enough.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Oh, did Crysta have like a certain like symbol or icon that
Yeah.
we would have seen?
The symbol that all of the ships have are the ones used to denote them in advertising and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because to commemorate the like crossover, she would have done like a kind of simple like merging of like the designs,
Aww.
which is why the silver was important.
The Reverie and Crysta together.
You're right. I should have tried to. You see, now I should have tried to make one for Franklin.
That's fine, I'm just your employer.
And one for one for Valvia, one for Jean, and one for Waylon.
Oh,
What do I have?
It is a brass and silver like bracelet with
Oh.
a icon that looks like a mix of the Reveries and Crysta's.
Oh.
mark it down in treasure as friendship bracelet, brass silver.
Yeah.
Fancy friendship bracelet.
Reverie plus Crysta.
Aww.
Yay!
The proof of crossover.
You know what's sad is, you know what's a shame, sad if I was a. I put all my points. I feel kind of sad that I put all my points into alchemy instead of on my weaponsmithing, because I'm a good alchemist, but then I realized, oh no, I can't really do a fun commemorative present with alchemy.
I don't know. You can
mean-
make little
I mean,
bath bombs or something.
I guess I could have, now that you say that out loud, but I wanted something, more, something kind of more permanent and kind of like physical,
That's fair.
It didn't feel like the right play for the gifts.
Does this bracelet
Alchemical
happen to
gifts.
give any stat boosts?
Oh no, it's It's purely decorative.
Okay, that's fine.
It is a simple little thing.
John,
Also 'cause I don't think
Jean
we had
gifts the
anything
gang
with fancy
orichalcum.
stat.
It's still cute, and that's all that matters.
Exactly, it is a cute little accessory.
I'm curious. Because I think it's here.
What? Hey, you know what? That was
There
my.
it
You
is.
know what? I was saying it. What about a perfumage? I've got.
Yeah.
Because I've got alchemy stuff around still, you know, but that's, you know what, I think that'd be good, because I was also kind of worried about keep buying all the stuff that's, you know, I
It's
kept
true.
buying all the, yeah.
Also, orichalcum is tier 9 metal.
Oh, jeez.
Whatever.
Oh. Oh boy, I didn't properly mark down some of the alchemy from last time. That's something I'll have to figure out. Shit, because I've got
Is
way
there any
more.
rose gold anywhere?
Because I got way too much ground pines. I've still got a lot of ground pines, and no, it's that I bought out the stock and then it gave potions to. It gave potions out, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I only have 3 potions, but like I bought a ton. I know I bought a ton of ground pines. Dude, that doesn't seem to add up. It's like, no, it seems to work, right?
Yep.
Then,
Oh yeah, because I wrote down what 2 on it.
then you know what? You know what? I'm gonna. You know what? That's what it'll be for Franklin. I'm making a little cute little hand soap. Those cute little hand soaps. You know. It's
Yeah. Tell me I'm dirty and stinky.
like no. It's
I'm just kidding.
But it's true. He is dirty and stinky. Look at his coat. It's all
Don't
disheveled.
say-
Filthy.
It's dirty.
Anyways, and I'm like-
Soap is just
and
what I
like-
needed. I never got any for the ship.
And it's like
Take Crysta through the ship wash.
I'm using like some of the plant juice, and like I think the idea is that like, hey, let me check the book, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so yeah, I'm
Hey, we
using
had
basically
brackish
a
melons. We made
bit of
them
a pinch of plant juice and some dry grass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And basically, because that's like what tonics are made of, and it gives it to give it like a nice medicinal kind of smell.
Ooh.
And like I think and then like I know, oh yeah, and it's like there's again like about the same like tier 2s, like, you know, but a decent amount of them. So like again, like maybe like so I'm using 2 points at tier 2, like modifier 2, right?
Yeah.
It was and that's much more in my wheelhouse to make a gift for. Like, I think that they're like, I think that I've carved like one of them like shaped kind of. I think one of them shaped kind of like. Most of them are just like shaped like, you know, little typical little rocks, gems, that kind of cute little thing. One of them I tried to like, not entirely perfectly, but into the shape of Crysta, I think.
Aww.
I love it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, with the 29, you succeed. That would be
I already had plant juice and small leaf, which I took off.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Which and I'll make one of just make one of like the exacts of it aren't quite certain because I can't think off the top of my head for Waylon, but that's what will make something nice for Waylon too along those lines.
Oh,
And
well.
I really, but also because you know, just be
Get
nice.
some soap.
Yeah. Got nice soaps for Franklin and Waylon. The 2 Humes.
We're not
I'm
calling
not
you
trying-
stinky.
I don't mean it like that. I mean it because that's what I'm skilled at doing. Don't make it as if I'm being mean.
But it's funny.
Can,
That's a little
you,
funny.
can you one more time remind me what you rolled for the shop inventory?
For the shop inventory for Mulan, there are 2 medals, tier 1 medals, 69, nice, tier 1 woods, 46 tier 1 clothing, 15 tier 1 gems, 36 tier 1 herbs, and 6 tier 1 spoils.
There's how much cloth? You said 46?
Yes.
Okay. So 22. And how many medals?
2.
Okay. Oh, that'd be 48. Oh, do I have any cloth? Does anyone have... Okay, actually, before I do this, because this would, like, wipe out all of the cloth in the shop, is anyone else planning to do other cloth things? Because I don't want to, like, take it if other
Oh, that's
people
a
have
bad
plans.
link. Oh, that's a bad link. Sorry. No, I don't have cloth concerns. Sorry.
And then the second question is, does anyone have 2 pieces of cloth? Because I want to try to make 4 hats.
I don't have any cloth, unfortunately.
Sorry.
Oh, but then that would there's 5. That would leave one of us out. Okay, new plan. How about I instead I don't know how much like cloth this would like take, but what I'm thinking is like what if I made like 5 like little hairpins that have like our ship emblem on them?
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I'm like cuz I have a little bit of weaponsmithing, but my big thing is tailoring. And even though that would involve a little bit of metal for like the actual emblem part of it, I'm thinking of just making like 4 or 5 like cute little like hair ties that have our ship's emblem on them. And then
I like
Frankie's
it.
would have Crysta.
For
I like it.
I mean, I would assume in like, armor crafting, I'd have to make like little fasteners, and I could make a simple like clip in the
Yeah.
metal. Tag team it.
So I don't know what you would like for me to roll for that, but those are the gifts that I would like to attempt to make.
Yeah, how many do you want to make?
Total of 5, 1 for each of us, plus Waylon.
Alright, in that case, that would be 25 crafting points, which would be 125 gil.
Okay.
Of whichever cloth material you want.
Which ones do you got? Let's see.
All tier 1.
No, I was wondering which ones there are. There's grass
yes.
cloth, drab wool, and cotton. Silk is tier 4? Huh.
I think
Huh.
I think cotton makes the most practical sense. It's nice and lightweight and comfortable.
Makes sense. How complex do you want it to be?
I don't want it to like I want to invest some effort into it. You know, these are Winter Mist presents, so like I want to take my time. But you know, at the same time, like I don't want to be spending like 6 hours on each one, kind of thing.
Okay, yeah. If you have a complexity of 3, it would give you a plus 30 modifier with 2 hours each to make.
Okay.
Would you like to increase the complexity or keep it at that?
You know, let's make it a little more ornate, like one level higher.
All right.
The 20 modifier.
Yeah, so that would be 2.5 hours with a plus 20 modifier.
On top of tailoring.
Yes.
Okay. First one. Okay.
Oh no, that's all the materials gone for that.
That was just a botch.
If I used good fortune, would I still would I still lose those materials?
No.
It's
Okay.
a reroll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
good
use
fortune
good
is a free
fortune.
reroll. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, that's a success on your first one.
So that will be for Frankie. I'll make his first.
Aw.
This next one will be for Waylon. Okay.
Nice.
And then for Abigail. Oh,
Oh, close, but you got it.
it's a little rough around the edges, but it worked.
It's still good.
And then for Jean, there we go.
Nice.
Yay.
That just makes it more special.
Aw.
And then finally for myself. Ooh.
Ooh.
I made the hell out of that one.
Woohoo! Hey,
You got in the groove at that point. You're just like, oh yeah, I
Yeah.
got this. Check this shit out.
Yep.
Yay! Now we all have cute hairpins.
You got
Oh,
cute
that's-
hairpins, cute bracelets.
Some nice figurines and soaps. Like,
Yeah.
Yes, I will treasure my Sally figure forever.
thank you. And thank you so much. This
So
is
many good
beautiful.
gifts.
You're welcome.
And there's more for Waylon when he joins next session.
Yeah. Once he wakes up.
Once he wakes up.
I'm tempted.
It'll be one hell of a week for him.
Oh yeah. Well, is there more that you want to do in Mulan before you go back to Ambervale?
I'm good.
Oh, well, you've had a great
We've had a
time
pretty
here.
nice day.
Perfect.
We have had
Also,
a time.
you were mentioning earlier, or Poki was mentioning earlier, radio TVs and stuff that you can have on boat. Under the Tools, Gadgets, and Repairs tab, at the bottom left, you can see a bunch of fun little things that you can get, like more radios, radio TVs, stories you can get, as well as communication devices.
Huh.
Yeah, we can get walkie-talkies. Just always be in touch.
You
Probably
can.
not a bad idea to have something like that.
It's only 50 gil each.
We can buy walkie-talkies and it's only 50 gil each.
Yeah.
Give me that shit, please.
Do you all want 54 walkie-talkies?
I have
Sure.
already taken the gold out.
You've already taken 4
Only
gil out.
because we can't afford a simple long range, so we can just be like, "Yo, Frankie, if you ever need us, give us a holler."
Perfect.
You know Waylon would be all about this too.
Yes.
Yeah. There is every ship has a short range communicator on it. But not portable ones. So now you all have portable ones.
Yeah, the
Keep us
evil East
happy.
equivalent of cell phones.
Well, again, 5 kilometers isn't that big of a range, but
Just creating link pearls.
Yes.
Well,
hell yeah.
if we theme it with tonight, they're flip phones.
Right, for Crisis Core today. We made Nokias.
Just to do a flip phone.
It's all been building to this.
Well, if there's... Oh yeah, is there more that Franklin wants to do? Either gifting friends or if you want to send any home to Mama.
Yeah. How do I send a gift home to my mama?
You can use the sensor console on Crysta.
Okay. Just zoop.
Yeah. Just add it to her bank account if you're sending money.
Yeah.
Boy, now that I'm looking, now I'm looking at the board. Wow, Crysta really is fancy having that cool email device. That thing's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you want to give?
I have no idea how much I even have at this point, and how much is their funds.
It will take 8,000 to fill Crysta back up for the trip back home to Ambervale.
Right.
But you do get your allowance. That is
Yeah, what's
not
my allowance?
included, so what they're getting. You currently have 26,987.
Yeah, I do. But did
That's
I get
the
an
money.
allowance also?
You roll at the end of the session.
Ah, I
who-
see. Okay.
Who added the 10K from Franklin to their gold? Or did we all like split that?
I don't know. I don't track party funds, only like what little meager my allowance is, and my allowance is running short.
All right, I'm gonna give 10,000 gil to my mama.
I swear that we have at least one of us has like a list of like party funds and like resources, but
I think
we
it's
need to
Raylan.
actually
That
get
might
the.
have been-
I've only
yeah,
been tracking my total, so
Yeah.
I think it was Wayland because it would make sense. The ship captain tracks the ship's stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. But also we think we need to get him to post that publicly so we can all make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
All right. In that case,
And my gifts to everybody on the Reverie is drinks.
yay!
I'm gonna make
Oh,
some
yeah.
little cocktails for everybody.
I need to do an emergency run. If you all
buddy.
want, if you want to do one last role play, on the way back to Ambervale.
All right, it's time.
The time is now.
I'm glad that things worked out surprisingly easy. Well,
Yeah.
I don't think nothing bad happened. Usually we've been having rough luck these last few days. I'm glad nothing. It was just simply picking them up and dropping them all off, and that's it.
Yeah, do you all seem to have like, every time you go on one of these adventures, something terrible happens?
Maybe not terrible. Yeah, we did. Things happen so much all the time, for
Listen,
sure.
We got jumped by
yeah.
bandits. We almost died in a cave.
There was that dog.
I'm glad
I'm
I was
not
able
gonna
to give you
say-
a weekend where you had an easy job that paid a whole hell of a lot.
Considering we went from almost being killed by a pack of tomatoes to single-handedly taking down a bunch of guards at a prison, I think we're
pack-
doing pretty darn well.
Oh,
You
getting
mean a
stronger.
pair, right?
No, there was three.
There was only 3, but what I said sounded better. So
Someone's
there's
looking
only
out
2.
for you.
One of them killed
I thought there was
himself.
only 2.
One of them killed
Where'd the
himself.
third
and
one go?
well, there was a
was
third
try-
one, but then that one killed themselves to transfuse to the other one.
That's
Listen,
fine.
I'm sitting here
Sounding
thinking
so
I
heroic.
had out of character. I made art with only 2 because I thought there was only 2. Not was there 3? Did I?
Well, it's okay. You could just say that's after the transfusion.
Maybe.
I mean, the upside being that I can now transfuse. Fortunately, I've never had to do that, but
What does that
Let's hope you
do?
never do it.
She dies to make
Well,
someone better.
That sounds like a
doesn't die,
terrible
she just-
trade-off.
Falls unconscious, but makes one of us like.
yeah,
healthy.
I mean, it's only temporary.
You transfuse all your blood into them?
I don't know exactly how it works yet. I just trust that it will when the time comes.
It's grisly, I must admit.
Yeah,
Cool.
It's something I tried to do my best to not think about.
You've got sick goth magic.
I mean, we've seen far grislier, I would argue.
I mean, again, we did watch, an entire tomato just explode on its friend to heal it. It was weird.
And like as the alcohol's taking effect, I'm just suddenly like, also, what was the deal with that lady in the forest with the chocobos?
I mean, you know, you and
They're just
Alex
chilling.
seemed to enjoy it. Like, she was just a weird lady in the woods giving away stuff.
I mean,
Wait,
nothing's
Yeah,
come
why
up.
did she
nothing's
just give us away? Why did she just give us away stuff?
I've just gone to move past it because if something sinister is gonna happen from that, then it'll just come up when it happens, you know. But
Listen,
I think
I'd like
it's
to
just. I
assume
think she
that
was
our
just. I
last
think she was
sinister-
just. I think she was just philanthropic, generous.
I would like to
Nice
think that
lady.
all of our spooky, traumatizing things kind of ended at the Imperial camp. You know.
I mean, let's hope so.
Yeah. Thankfully,
I mean,
things should be
this one was pretty
calm
smooth,
around
right?
here lately. Yeah.
Still wonder what Waylon's come down with. Like, not for a day.
That kid's sick. He's probably got kid disease.
Not kid disease.
Yeah.
Oh no.
There's no cure.
The only cure is old age, and we hate that too.
we need Hunt MD to cure it.
So,
Not an expert on
Franklin,
kids or anything.
only because we didn't have much of a chance to speak last time, I am curious. What exactly do you do? What is your profession?
Philvia, that is a great question.
Thank you.
I'm a roving paling operator. I help fix
Fascinating.
palings.
What does that mean?
When palings don't work, I'm the guy they call to fix them.
Perfect. Thank you for
Well, that's-
clarifying.
That sounds well. That must pay handsomely.
Yeah, I'd
Sales
say
handsomely.
I'd say it works really good. Palings are really complicated, and so they need someone who can drive fast anywhere in the world to all of the specific places. So they gave me this ship, and I've been at it for like a week.
That was my next question.
Yeah, how do you like it so far then?
Great, the travel's awesome. I get to see the whole world and go all over the place and drive really fast ships. There's nothing really you can complain about in the job that I have.
And you get to meet a dishonored royals too.
Yeah. Everyone has a lot of weird specific needs for palings as far as it's basically AC. So like rich people are like really specific about it. So that's why they call me all the time.
I guess that does beg the question though, like, what is a paling officer needing our help getting somebody off of a continent?
Oh, this was Levi's thing.
And who's Levi then?
Levi's my bro.
Is he just like your guy with the side hustles? Like, hey dog, I got something for you.
Yeah. He'll call me and be like, "Hey, get some guys, go move this, move that," and that's what I do on the weekends. Which also pays well, as I'm finding out.
You know what? I guess
I don't know if I'm allowed to be using company property for it, but I mean, my ship's my ship, so.
I mean,
At this point, like Jean's thinking that's almost suspicious, and then they think back. Well, we did do that whole prison break thing just a few days ago. Like I guess we're people just do have strange side hustles that happen along the side by their jobs. We were just supposed to be picking up rocks, and then she remembers. Oh right, the rocks. Damn, we still keep thinking about those damn things.
still need to finish that.
I was gonna ask, you guys are salvagers and also Imperial busters?
Well, we were exploring, and like the Imperial busting was kind of like a, hey, you didn't kill us, so we're gonna help you guys not be killed. You know?
We told you the story. We accidentally.
We just busted all their friends out of an Imperial prison campy thing.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fate. Returning in one good turn reserves another, and that good turn
Just
was
all like
not.
freedom fighters on the side of salvaging?
Yeah,
Sure.
we kinda stuck our noses where they didn't belong, and
I
got
mean,
involved in a prison break.
it doesn't sound bad, but it's not.
It all started with rock grabbing, and then, rock mining
Rock
escalated
grabbing?
into a prison break.
Yeah, be careful about taking mining.
She's definitely a little into her cups.
Yeah, be careful about taking mundane seeming scavenging and mining jobs. That's what led us to going down that hole where the people, the Uraton, the crab people were, and they.
Cool.
No, that's worse to say. I'm sorry.
I don't think I've ever met crab people. Maybe I have.
They're not pleasant.
They were just upset because of the fact that, we did break into their home underground and their little precarious
Right,
shelter.
that's fair, but did you look at them?
Remember that?
Alvia, don't!
There's a couple. Man,
I'm drunk.
And today we learned Belby is problematic.
Do it, drug racism! No!
Well, let's get you back home. Let's get you off my ship.
I feel bad now. I'm sorry.
That's funny.
there's a couple.
I mean, no offense to anyone's character.
I think they looked a couple that looked okay, except maybe I was also a bit hammered and I don't remember that night entirely clearly.
Yeah,
but
let's get him out of
there was
here.
one that might have been handsome.
Thank you, Crysta.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm agreeing with the boat. The vibes have fallen apart a little.
I agree with the boat.
Well, you all make your way to back all the way to Ambervale, and you're able to hand off the extra 10K to the Reverie. And
So that means we've been paid a total 20.
yes,
That's right.
And,
Nice.
20k minus like a couple of item crafting and supply
No, I
getting.
mean, I just marked down for my own guild because I still have some of my initial pocket funds from the start.
nice.
Yeah, my pocket funds are down to like 90 gil. I definitely know I have more than that, but that's all I have written down. Like I said, my allowance is running really low.
Ooh, well, in 2 weeks, Captain can have the 20K and divvy it up to where it's needed. And with that, we can say goodbye to the Reverie from on Crysta. Say goodbye to Crysta and the funny Franklin Saj.
Can I see the Reverie?
Such a guy.
Can I go see their boat?
Do you want to see their boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because in our crossover, we got everyone on Crysta, but I want to see Franklin on the Reverie boat.
Yeah, we gotta get him on the
Yeah,
Rev.
if you want to see
Okay.
it, check it out. It's a fine
Actually, would Franklin perhaps have the knowledge to at least diagnose the problem in our boat?
Ooh.
I think at this point, wouldn't it have been fixed?
Yeah, it would have
Yeah,
been
I guess
fixed
that's
up by this
possible.
point.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm excited. I want to
Okay.
hear it. I want to hear the engine start up and hear it purr. Franklin's getting his his motor head on.
Motorhead.
All right.
Motorhead.
Yeah, Franklin is able to
God.
hop aboard the Reverie.
Such a big
my
boat.
God.
It is.
Abby would definitely have like given you the quick tour of like, here's where everything is. Here's the perpetual stash of how does this keep getting unorganized, Waylon? That
Yeah.
is the like bottom deck.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Waylon, so we did just kind of like pick him up and take him back to the Reverie.
Sleepy boy.
Yep.
At this point, I want to say
can
he's been
almost
on
imagine he
Sally's
literally
back
just-
and would wake up to that.
I would love for Waylon to wake up and just think that the entirety of this crossover was just a vivid hallucination in his head.
Yeah, you
There's
guys.
no way it actually happened, guys. I didn't leave the ship at all.
There's no way I'd get off my boat. Yeah, Waylon,
God,
this
he would be
2020
so adamant that the Reverie would have been the better pick and stuff.
And then,
Yep,
until,
yep.
of course, he sees that we're 20,000 kill richer, then he's kind of forced to admit it.
Well, yeah, you're able to go onto the Reverie. It is very messy. A little bit better than what it was at the beginning of the campaign, thanks to Abigail. But it just keeps getting messy. Like all the work she puts in, not all the work, but a lot of the work she puts in, she turns around, it's messy again.
Stuff keeps getting knocked down because of like stunts.
It's like 2
and
steps
stuff.
forward, but 1 step backward.
Exactly.
Do I get to see that engine block and stuff?
And then
all
one
that?
step
Yeah.
side, and then one step sideways.
The engine's all exposed for you to take a look when it starts up. Question for the Reverie people. Which stone are you going to have in the engine when you start it up?
We probably would have the not illegal one.
Okay.
Because
Whichever one makes
Would we
it
have-
zoom the best but doesn't make it explode.
Would we have thought to swap them out?
I mean, Waylon would have been super paranoid about like not
True.
having our secret exposed. Although I don't know how he would have reacted after we flew through on Crysta.
That's a good question.
Oh god, I actually don't know now. Because that would be something I would definitely have left up to Waylon.
It's the things like I don't think Jean would have thought about much. I don't think most of us would have thought about it much as a thing that are present. You know.
It's true.
I mean, I would like be thinking of it, but not like all that word. Like, yeah, you know, listen to this baby purr.
All right.
Can I roll for awareness?
Roll for awareness, yes.
I was gonna suggest randomize
Figure it out. Can he figure it out?
Nope. You start up the Reverie, and just feels like a normal airship. Just the gears start turning. It's really cool seeing it.
this
Seeing
is
all
manual.
the parts moving. The traditional manual kind of airship, since.
We are manual. We are not fancy analog. or
Yeah.
Digital. We are analog.
Yeah.
We are VR, not.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so-
god.
If you love that style, then this is really cool to watch.
Cool steampunk boat.
I don't know if that's the right term, but thank you.
I mean, would it be
Like, I just
steampunk,
like-
or would
I
it
just
be
like-
like gear punk? I don't know.
I don't know. See, that's the thing. I don't know what the definition would be, so I'm not splitting hairs about it. But I agree that it is pretty cool.
Sees one gear. It's steampunk boat. Cool.
I mean, the icon looks like it's got steam, and that's definitely not smoke.
No, this is Steve. Steve from the Steve
Steamed clams.
Steamed clams. Ugh.
At this time of day, at this time of year, all aboard this ship?
Yes.
May I see the engine? No.
Before we're out of the clear, I want to use channel points to re-roll that roll,
Okay.
just to give it one extra little. Oomph.
Oh, you spicy boy!
Okay.
What do you got?
That is a 59.
Not even close.
So you got
Did
worse than last
worse.
time.
Yep. My awareness is not good.
What's it? See, you're just aware of all the cool gears and stuff. You are actually enthralled by the classic ship.
The Pee-wee's Big Adventure theme. Whoa, no!
Homeroot sees nothing as well.
Homeroot sees nothing! Woohoo! You did it! That's the real test. Yes.
Got him!
Oh my god! What a perfect time to botch a roll.
God.
Even
That was a-
Halmer
that was a fucking
even Halmer can't make heads or tails of the atrocious mess that Waylon
There
has
is
left.
too much junk.
That was a fucking I forgot here for a second. That was kind of a jump scare for me out of nowhere. Okay, huh? Who? What? Who's the Nando's? Oh, right.
Oh, I'm sure Waylon would have been. I'm sure everyone of the Reverie would have been upset if you had to do your duties.
Without a
That would
funny
be
rock.
be so mean.
Yeah. But
Nice. No, dodged perfectly.
you don't notice Homeroot critical botched trying to see if there's and he's your sniffing dog, so
He was
When the
thinking about
bloodhound says,
beans.
"A clear dog."
yeah,
So-
Bloodhound
so-
smells
so-
nothing.
Waylon did a good job hiding it
Mm-hmm.
in his sock.
Waylon did a good job of hiding it. Waylon, what's that in your mouth?
Suspiciously shaped throat.
You have a funny bomb in your
no,
mouth.
Sir. Nope, no, sir. No funny manufactured at the site here. No.
Perfect. Well, with that, we are out of time today.